And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
Yes?
Yeah, I'm Bill. You called about some breakers tripping?
Oh, yes, Bill. My brother-in-law says you can do almost anything.
That's me. Not much I hadn't seen.
Do you really want someone who does almost anything in your electric box? Think about that, because each year thousands of home fires are caused by faulty wiring. That's why you want a professional, like the electricians at Crosby Electric.
Bill, how's it going? Bill, ooh, are you okay?
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't really need my eyebrows anyway.
At Crosby Electric, all technicians undergo rigorous safety training, as well as background checks, drug testing, and continuing education.
Bill, you think maybe I should call a real electrician?
No, these little slip-ups happen. Everybody does it.
Really?
No, not really. When you need professional electric work, or you just like someone to assess your home for safety, call the experts at Crosby Electric, 272-2085, or visit us at crosbyelectric.com.
Hi, this is Jeff Mallinson with Georgia Floors Direct, and I want to talk to you about Blue Water Broadcast and how they've helped my business spread the word. As every small business owner, I have to look at my advertising dollars carefully, and Blue Water Broadcast helps me get the most for every dollar I spend. I'm so glad to be a part of Blue Water Broadcasting and what they bring to Montgomery.
Did you know that radio is the #1 reach platform in all of media? It's true. Call us to find out how to put radio's #1 reach to work for your business. Blue Water Broadcasting. Local folks helping local business.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome into the program. Thank God for another beautiful day and hopefully a good show here on Holy Tuesday. The usual cast of characters are here, both Eddie Bader and Byron Sheehy. How you two gentlemen doing?
Pretty good.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Beautiful day. Weather's nice.
Yeah,
Pollen
I
is
think
full.
it's-
My nose feels like it's 3 feet wide.
You got any big Easter plans?
I'm going to spend some time with the grandkids. They're fixing to head out to Arizona for a week or so, and Justin's birthday is tomorrow, so we're going to try to have a good weekend this weekend with everybody.
Okay. Yeah, and you?
Same, grill, church, family.
There you go. Yeah, I'm going to be doing I'm going to be cooking the meats.
Nice,
Yeah,
Joey.
they're coming to the house, to grandfather's house. They go, and my job is to do steak.
Nice,
So I'm
Joey.
gonna go
So not lamb?
Way to step it
and get
up.
steak.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, lamb is really good, but I know steak. And probably a couple ribeyes, maybe a filet, like big old ones, though. So we can serve it like family style, all cut out on the board, and then there's going to be a bunch of sides brought in, desserts brought. So I'm looking forward to that on Sunday.
What time you need me to come over? What time you need me there?
Something wrong with your microphone.
There?
What time are you cleaning up?
Yeah.
What? Yeah, about probably 3, 4.
Sounds great.
Yeah,
Sounds
we'll be
great.
cleaning up back right about there. So will the Straits of Hormuz actually be opened up? I'm so tired of the Straits of Hormuz being closed. In fact, it's just the constant conversations about the Straits of Hormuz, the Straits of Hormuz, the Straits of Hormuz. Well, Trump giving the straight and narrow, as somebody puts a pun into one of their headlines, says war against Iran won't last much longer, and that the Strait of Hormuz will reopen automatically after the U.S. exits. And in fact, the signals being sent today by Defense Secretary Hegseth, as well as Rubio now, are, no, we might in fact leave without trying to open up the Straits of Hormuz. And in
What
fact,
I'm reading here now, what's up with that?
yeah. Well, I think the point is, hey, China, hey, Europe, this is your problem. Like, we don't get our oil from there.
That's kind of what I've been thinking from the get-go is we're maybe 10%, if anything, from them. Why are we
right?
Why are we letting it affect our economy so bad?
Right. So
we're all connected. Can't isolate it. We're all connected.
Yeah, that's a problem.
The globalists won, Eddie.
Globalists, you're exactly right.
So we got updates from Hegseth and the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and of course Trump and folks weighing in. But on the Straits of Hormuz, this clip has gone viral. This guy, I first noticed him last or 2 years ago during 2024 at the Democratic National Convention, like, yes, queen. And he just was acting really flamboyant.
Really?
And he was an epic troll. Like, he got so many people to say such stupid things at the DNC. But that his persona that afternoon was, yes, queen, let's do it. And this time, he went to a No Kings protest over the weekend.
Oh, yeah. Why is he
and
so
he
mad
is
at
acting,
Elvis?
he is talking German.
Why was he so mad at Elvis? What did he do?
And, well, I know. Like, he's the king.
I thought so.
Right.
Jealous of the jumpsuits, probably.
Oh, I'd love one of those.
I think this guy's name, like, No Cap or something.
Oh,
like,
No Cap.
Like,
That's what
I
his
think
mom
the
named him,
handle
huh?
shows up here on the video itself. But he went to a No Kings protest, I think, in New York, and was acting German and asking questions in German.
Oh.
And let's listen in to this particular one as Trump is saying, we might just not care about the Straits of Hormuz.
Isn't it a little bit homophobic that we're so focused on the Straits of Hormuz and not the gays of Hormuz?
Yes, I agree. Yes, for sure.
Why do you think they're willing to leave the gays of Hormuz behind?
I think it's just historically, like, you know, gays have always been very discriminated against, which is wrong on so many levels.
Even in war.
Yeah, even in war, it just takes more reform in government, obviously, and then also educating society.
Just feel like if we're gonna go in there, we can't leave the gay people behind. I don't think we should go in there at all, but if we're going to, the gays of Hormuz, we could turn it into Fire Island.
I know it's wrong. I know these thoughts are wrong.
Oh, my God.
But after letting her talk, if he just slapped the crap out of her, I wouldn't even be mad.
No,
I wouldn't be
say
mad.
a prayer for that girl. Like, just, and so many of these folks. He got another guy, I don't have the clip ready, but another guy convinced that, like, Iran treats women and LGBTQ better.
I've
over.
seen the clip. Yes.
And it's just like some of these folks,
They're
God
so
bless
worldly,
them,
Joe.
truly. Like, they go out to these protests and they don't know a thing. It's
Nothing.
all feelings and fine. You might very well be a great person, great, like, sister or great mom, but, like,
Your
where's
heart
your...
is in the wrong place.
Come on.
And their votes count just like ours, man.
Stop.
And my favorite line, because I got to play this again, is even in war.
Yes.
When I saw this for the first time this morning, it tickled me so
Isn't
hard.
it a little bit homophobic that we're so focused on the Straits of Hormuz and not the gays of Hormuz?
Yes, I agree. Yes, for sure.
Why do you think they're willing to leave the gays of Hormuz behind?
I think it's just historically, like, you know, gays have always been very discriminated against, which is wrong on so many levels.
Even in war.
Yeah.
Especially in war.
Especially under Islamic regimes.
It's so good. He does it over and over again. I don't know, because he's gone viral multiple times. I don't know how he keeps getting away with this.
He's going to have to start changing his dress for sure.
Yeah, like, but he does change his voice. Like, he'll do
I love
his
the German.
affect is a
I
little
love the
different
German.
each time. Even in war.
There's a little touch of Bruno.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and I'm sure and by the way, he's trolled Republicans, he's trolled Democrats. Like, he just loves kind of poking fun at a lot of these well-meaning folks at a lot of these rallies and protests.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think it's great.
I mean, I appreciate it's both sides. I love seeing both sides of idiots, because there's plenty of them on both sides.
Now, you remember how Kristi Noem, like, everybody's like, ooh.
She gnomed her dog.
Yeah, she killed Cricket.
Yep.
I still remember that dog's name. She killed Cricket.
Yep.
And but remember how she was like doing a little hanky-panky, Summon the Beast with Two Backs with Corey Lewandowski?
I forgot about that, yeah.
Yeah, like her and Lewandowski were like a thing, and that's out there in the news, and you're like, you dirty dog. Kristi.
You got to get her.
But, and like, that's just wrong to cheat on your husband, and you think, well, this is just politics, and people work long hours, and they work together, and they get estranged from the family and stuff. Well, but this little lesson here is how sin begets sin. The Daily Mail, and I don't pay for the Daily Mail, so I'm not going to pull up their whole piece, but somebody sent it to me.
MAIL.
Yeah, they sent it to me, and here's the headline from the Daily Mail. Secret double life of Kristi Noem's cross-dressing husband. And he is wearing enormous, probably triple D fake breasts. And like making videos.
Are we sure this is not, deep fake kind of thing?
Well, Kristi Noem's come out and responded.
Oh, boy.
Former Department of Homeland Security Chief Kristi Noem is, quote-unquote, devastated by salacious allegations her husband, Byron, lives a double life where he cross-dresses and chats online with fetish models. Ms. Noem is devastated. The family was blindsided by this, and they asked for privacy and prayers at the time.
Uh-oh.
That's a representative from Noem told the New York Post. According to a report by the Daily Mail, Byron Noem chatted up women from the so-called bimbofication fetish scene, in which adult performers one of the photos, I wish I hadn't, but it's just, par for the course in this day and age. Like every other click might be a portal to hell. But citing hundreds of messages purportedly sent by 3 women from the scene, Noem's husband enthusiastically praised their heavily augmented appearances and proclaimed he coveted huge, ridiculous boobs. That's a quote. One photo, the Mail claims Byron Noem shared with the women, features him wearing pink hot pants and a flesh-colored skin-tight suit. He appears to have put balloons into his shirt to mimic comically oversized lopsided breasts, complete with fake protruding nipples. How disrespectful. By the way, still Donald Trump's greatest tweet ever. Barney Frank looking disgusting today, his nipples protruding. How disrespectful. Greatest Trump tweet ever. But the New York Post spoke to the national security experts who surmised her husband's alleged proclivities could have left the former DHS secretary, who was fired last month, vulnerable to potential blackmail. The Noems have 3 children. One is 31, 29, and 23, so at least they're adults. But in a 2022 interview with Elysian, Kristi Noem said, "We are such a transparent family," over their willingness to put their family life out there, adding that they're an open book.
Didn't he just ask for some privacy?
Might be a little bit of the problem.
And I also don't believe in Kristi that she was blindsided by this. I think she probably knew about this. And didn't like it, I'd imagine.
You guys are more political than I. When someone's running for office, or if you're putting somebody up there, don't you do a counterintelligence deal just to find out what's out there?
But hey, believe it or not, Eddie, they're not always honest with you. Sometimes you have to find it out.
Well, I figured
the hard way.
you just, honestly, I would, like if Joey said, "No, I'm perfect," okay, great, but I take him as he's a liar and we go try to find stuff because it always comes up. It always comes up. And how good is your counterintelligence if you don't even know your own candidate?
Yeah, thinking about it from the intel standpoint, with all the spouses and everything, the additional hurdle that we have to account for on this, stuff like that, this dude's hanging out on some website or some chat room somewhere and saying things he shouldn't be saying.
Yeah.
Well, and, okay, there's a photo of Kristi, and his name's actually Brian.
Thank God.
Not Byron.
Are you sure?
B-R. The B-R.
It's Brian.
Brian with an O. Brian with an O. And it's a photo of them married in 1992, and if you look at that photo, and you're like, you now look at this photo, I'm looking at with the balloons in his skin-tight suit.
I don't need to see the balloons, I can already see it.
Yeah. What happened?
Nothing.
Yeah, when you see like a beautiful young couple just married, and you're like, where did the demons get their hooks in you?
So man, he had that then. This ain't something that just came out.
Oh, you think so?
Look at that, man. Look at that.
Well, from the very beginning, you think he was into stuff? 100%. Why do you think that?
There's one just.
I'm being racist just by looking at his face. There tells me something there that's not honest, not true.
Mm-hmm.
And generally, I don't know many people that develop this. I think he fought it his whole life.
I'm tired about your anti-white racism.
It's not. He fought it his whole. Look at his wife, beautiful woman.
Yeah,
absolutely gorgeous woman.
Yeah.
That way he can put her up on his shelf and never have to touch her.
So you think she's just a trophy and he's just some weirdo?
He gets the hottest one out there. That way, no way you'll think I'm odd. Sorry, dudes.
Yeah. But you're like, okay. Like, poor family. And all you can do is pray and hope for those folks. Like, it's not really like I want to shame this this man I don't even know. I'm like, dude, you need help. Like, what sort of thing literally possessed you to start going down that road?
Can't blame that on booze, can you?
No, not that particular one on booze. But who knows? People start getting fancy free like they really do. I'm not joking. It's like a portal to hell on the internet, and you start like going down that road more and more, and you're by yourself, and you're more and more isolated. And so you're not thinking about how this would look if the entire world saw it.
But we can't be surprised by this.
No. Like, I think it's an epidemic amongst not just young men, but men in general.
Yep.
Like, for any man who wants to judge, and some maybe you've never fallen down that hole, but I think a lot of men, the vast majority of men, have gone down that rabbit hole to one extent or another. Now, not maybe this far, but you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. And like how that looks if the whole world got to see it.
But a lot of times, especially him, probably in his own world, doesn't care about it. He's, whether we want to admit it or not, I'm sure he's a bit of an elitist. So at that point, no one's gonna know it's me. I'm smarter than everybody else.
I know 2 women personally that their marriages actually fell apart because of something similar to this. Like married, and all of a sudden, spouse starts doing weird, crazy stuff, and prayer, going to church, counseling, all that sort of stuff. None of it worked.
Well, I'll put it this way. I mean, you kind of have to want it to work. Like, I think there are some folks that are really stuck. Whether it's like, say, it's alcoholism. Like, there's a certain level of like, unless something finally hits you, like where you really want to quit and wakes you up, like you ain't changed. You might stop for a month, but then you go back to it.
A little bit of bad never causes action. It's got to be really bad.
Right.
A little bit of bad you can get over.
No, you take it as a warning, and hey, I'm smarter next time. And
yeah, and it's all sorts of stuff like that. And by the way, I saw this headline yesterday, and it's a good development, at least. Apparently, AI companies are now starting to distance themselves from adult content that once drove the tech revolution. This is from Axios. And Axios is essentially, really, am I not logged into this device? It's so annoying. It's so annoying, folks. Technology and the subscription models.
Technologica.
It's driving me crazy, folks. Absolutely crazy. But here it is. I got it now. But tech giants are pulling back from AI-generated pornography over mounting legal safety and reputational risk, abandoning an industry that has driven tech innovation since before the internet's dawn, and it did. I mean, the earliest payment systems, I believe, on the internet were that sort of stuff.
That's why VHS beat Betamax.
Is it? Mm-hmm. Isn't that what they cover in Boogie Nights in the Paul Thomas Anderson movie? Yeah. By the way, still an incredible movie. Now, depraved movie, but to show that world, but still, what an incredible film.
I agree.
But the retreat comes as adult entertainment continues to wield significant consumer influence, and while difficult to track, the demand for erotic AI-generated content is booming. OpenAI nixed plans, thank God. We remember we were talking about that a couple weeks ago, that they were still possibly going to roll that out, but they have now got rid of plans to launch erotica for verified adults last week, amid concerns from investors and internal teams about safety measures. Investors were spooked after xAI's Grok chatbot generated illegal child sex abuse material when prompted, and even after a safety patch was issued, users could still create non-consensual sexualized images. OpenAI was also concerned about minors accessing erotic content, as ChatGPT failed to predict users' ages with an error rate exceeding 10%. Whew. What they're saying, it's just not worth it.
Right.
Tracy Follows, a futurist who studies the intersection of technology and humans, saying OpenAI is in the agent productivity game and not the entertainment content game. They've had to make a choice, and they don't want the regulatory pressure. And the adult entertainment industry has long served as a catalyst for the commercialization of emerging tech, accelerating their use elsewhere from home video, as we just went over, to streaming platforms. Mm-hmm. When the first titan of electronic payment processors laid the groundwork for e-commerce sales, adult entertainment companies were early adopters.
Yep.
You can almost say that they invented e-commerce.
They certainly
said one author who's written a book on corn entrepreneurship.
Yeah, they made it super efficient.
Obscenity laws and restrictions also force the adult industry to embrace nascent technologies to stay ahead of regulations. If there was a business model out there for separating consumers from their money, they tried it. And to your point earlier, Byron, before there was Netflix and chill, there was VHS and Betamax, which competed to dominate home video recording. And it's because Sony's Betamax restricted adult content.
Hopefully the rest of the industry is going to follow suit on this.
Good luck.
And now this is bringing back memories. Adult film performers embraced subscription model way before streaming giants like HBO and Paramount caught on. Well, I was also thinking like your Cinemax, like your basic cable, and you got like stuff that you're like, what is this?
I think they're talking more probably like your Playboy and Adam and Eve.
Yeah. But there's a reason why business people say sex sells. Even now, the adult entertainment industry drives innovation and clicks. The number one porn site in the world has 3.3 billion page views in February 2026, compared to Netflix's 1.2 billion.
3.3 to 1.6?
3.3 to 1.2.
Wow.
Sex sells, brothers.
The next most visited streaming platform, Disney Plus, only had 250 million. And apparently more and more Americans, and this is again an Axios report, are leaning into AI romance to help address the nation's loneliness epidemic. That's not going to solve it. That's going to only make you more lonely. About 1 in 5 American adults have chatted with an AI agent to simulate a romantic partnership per Brigham Young University's Wheatley Institute.
1 in 5?
1 in 5.
Wow.
That's nuts. I mean, I've heard people say that their artificial intelligence is one of their best friends, but that's
that's problematic too, but
yeah.
It's another thing to take it to a whole, like, this is my romantic, like, soulmate sort of thing. Like, it doesn't have a soul.
How fulfilling can that be?
Well, compared to total loneliness for some, I'm sure it's better than nothing. I mean, hell, Tom Hanks had Wilson.
I think I'd rather talk to a volleyball than talk to a
computer. He did more than talk to that volleyball.
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about? What could you do to a volleyball other than talk to it or
draw on it?
Kick it?
Draw on it?
Draw on it. Yeah, you could draw on it. With dry erase markers?
Name it.
How do you have those on that island?
You can go swimming.
Washed up one day.
Like different,
You can go
expression.
swimming with your AI bot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but you know how many open houses I could have if I had me some robots? I have like 100 in a
Depends on
weekend.
what you're doing in the open houses, buddy. Might only be one. The end.
What a world, what a world, what a world. And just to put a tag on this, we saw it at the end of last week. Tiger Woods flips his car again.
Dude.
What was that, the 4th, 5th time?
Okay.
Like that. And apparently he had 2 opioid pills in his pocket, bloodshot and glassy-eyed when he crashed.
Okay, so it's Tiger Woods, and even Trump said it hopes for best for him, and I think everybody does.
Oh, yeah.
But at what point, even though we all love Tiger Woods, at what point do we go, hey, man, get your crap together or be gone?
No, I'm sorry. If this was an average Joe, you'd be in
You'd
prison.
be long gone.
You'd be in prison.
Yeah.
Or at least have your driver's license
Yeah,
taken
I
away.
mean-
Any privilege revoked in that regard.
We'll put somebody in jail, but we always love a comeback story.
We
We're
do,
Americans,
but-
man. We think about Mike Tyson right now. Mike Tyson's
Tyson,
beloved.
Robert Downey Jr. I mean, there's some good ones, but
yeah,
I think even some of his closest athlete friends are like, dude, you're and we had friends like that where you can't reach them. You're trying, but you're like, no, you're crossing the line.
Right, but you do have to rebound.
Yeah.
You have
Oh,
to,
yeah, you have to.
It can be a combat story, but you have to be on the men making the comeback.
But do you see this being his bottom?
No.
Neither do I, sadly enough.
While speaking to Woods, a deputy observed several signs of impairment, including bloodshot and glassy eyes, extremely dilated pupils. In addition, Woods was extremely alert and talkative and had hiccups during the entire investigation.
Okay, hiccups is a thing? I get hiccups all the time.
If you take a lot of opioids, yes.
Oh, really?
Now, also,
I didn't
in
know
my
that.
case, nicotine. Like nicotine caffeine can also give you
Oh, yeah,
hiccups.
yeah. Yeah, by the way, I got some of those for you.
Some people respond to opioids with a euphoric, talkative, like some people it makes them go to sleep and stuff. And,
I imagine there was probably a little alcohol involved.
oh, yeah,
there had to
especially
be,
when you
man.
start
He's
mixing
hammered.
these things. Yeah. The golfer told authorities that he had not had alcohol that day. But when he was asked if he had taken any prescription medication, Woods said, I take a few. Yeah, no, maybe that's right. Maybe he didn't drink. Maybe he popped because they said it was hydrocodone. Maybe he popped, 2-3 Lortabs and went for a ride.
Yeah, but wasn't he previously really addicted to like Oxycontin or something?
Well, especially with all his body.
But that's what I'm saying.
Like,
That's what I think of the body
I don't know
stuff.
if
all the surgeries.
I mean,
he might very well be addicted to just because of all the surgeries. And he just got hooked. And this is what happened with Michael Jackson. This is what happened with
so many
Prince.
people.
If you got money and like people that are yes men around, you get this stuff. The average Joe gets this stuff.
This is why I'm not your yes man, right here. This is why I'm not your yes
Well,
man.
your microphone is not working again.
I'm just telling you, I'm saving you.
Yes, you are. See, it's back working. That's good.
with insults and stones, I'm saving you.
But even though he was very talkative and extremely alert, he was lethargic and slow in his movement.
Obviously, that corner cut snuck up on him.
Mm-hmm.
But imagine, I mean,
he's had 7 back surgeries and 20 operations on his leg. Okay, this is clearly.
He probably takes 20 pills a day, man. Just
Easy.
to make
Yeah,
it
I'm
through
not
the day.
buying just a couple. That's what I was saying. Like with his back problems and everything, like it wasn't just a couple.
Well, you start with
and that's going to create all
oxycodone, that hillbilly heroin.
His
man.
liver's got to be completely shot at this point if he's taking that many. My goodness, it's just sad.
It is sad.
Because you like to think of Tiger Woods in his prime, at the height of his powers, that young man, and then the comeback he had, and then you see how anybody can fall into one of these little pits.
As much as everybody would love to have Tiger Woods' life, it must be pretty crappy, man.
Who was it? Was it Brett Favre that
Favre
was talking about like he would take
handfuls.
handful.
Oh yeah,
that was Favre.
That was big in the NFL.
Yeah.
Like
he was taking a handful
every
like,
day.
Here's like 20 or 30 of these things. Rush Limbaugh.
Oh, I forgot Limbaugh too. Yeah,
He was on a
He got
huge.
busted.
The athletes though, the just readiness and the availability to have them always there, man. Like
Oh, and that was clearly to mask over stuff like true injuries. Like we're just going to tape it up, give you like
Oh, yeah, get
stability,
back out there.
and then give you stuff to where you're not only not feeling pain, you are euphorically high. And go ahead and knock that guy's head off.
Yeah, exactly right.
we can say we care about these people, but the people who are actually in charge of them, they don't care about them. They just want them out there performing and ratings.
Well, and think of like the early aughts, like when this stuff, the athletes were the first ones before it really got big in just the general population. We're still dealing with the hangover of that.
Lance Armstrong.
With the fentanyl stuff.
Lance Armstrong. We all love the guy, and no one wanted to believe he was cheating, but he got with, what was that chick's name? He got with her, she told on him. No, the Sheryl Crow.
Sheryl Crow.
Ratted him out.
Close.
That's ironic.
Exactly.
This part of the program brought to you by James Cole and Cole Plumbing, and they're at Cole Plumbing. James and the team, I can't believe I said that. James and the team, they are ready to help you out with any and all of your plumbing needs.
Yeah.
Could be you got a water bill that comes in, you're like, I didn't install a pool or a sprinkler system. What in the world is this water bill? Well, could be you got a big old leak inside or outside the home that you just haven't noticed yet. And they can find it.
Yes.
And they can fix it with minimal discomfort to you and your home. And of course, they can also help you upgrade to, say, a tankless water heater system. Or maybe it's time as you get up in age, your knees and your hips are giving out, a taller toilet. So it's just easier to get
a lot easier.
Get that part of the day done.
Yep.
As you get older, that can be a longer part.
It can be. Sometimes the best
an
part of the
enjoyable
day.
part of the day, right? But if your knees and your hips just don't work, like you can't get up at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cole Plumbing can get you that taller toilet. Or maybe you need a new garbage disposal, or the faucet keeps dripping, or the toilet keeps running, or the flapper don't work.
Ugh.
They can help you across the board. If you'll check out Cole Plumbing today, you can always go to coleplumbing.com or just go ahead and save their number, 279-8919. That's 334-279-8919. And just remember, folks, when you have trouble with your bowl,
call on Cole, Joey.
We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
"2026 marks 60 years that hope has had a home in Alabama. At the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches, children who've lost everything through no fault of their own have found something priceless. A safe place to live, a loving Christian family, and the chance to simply be kids again. Here, boys and girls grow up surrounded by care, guidance, and faith, learning right from wrong, learning responsibility, learning they are valued and that their lives have purpose. As the Alabama sheriffs have believed for 6 decades, it's easier to build boys and girls than to repair men and women. These former ranchers are now teachers, parents, business owners, and leaders, living proof that love, structure, and faith can change a life forever. As the Alabama Sheriff's Youth Ranches celebrate 60 years of serving Alabama's children, you can help ensure the next child has the same chance. Learn how you can make a difference at alabamasheriffsyouthranches.org. 60 years of building lives, and we're just getting started.
If you own a home and need cash, you can unlock thousands of dollars from your home equity quickly and easily. Call LendGo today at 888-407-7095. At LendGo, you can find out how much cash you could get with a home equity loan in just 2 minutes. It's free, there's no obligation, and it won't affect your credit score. Use the money for anything. Pay off high-interest debt, make home improvements, or just give your budget some breathing room. Best of all, you keep your low mortgage rate while you're getting the cash you need. See how much you can get today. Call 888-407-7095. That's 888-407-7095. Or visit lendgo.com. That's LENDGO.com. Homeowners nationwide are doing it. Now it's your turn. Call 888-407-7095 today. LendGo, where homeowners go to get cash. 888-407-7095.
Hi, this is Bo Goodson from the Goodson Group with your Real Estate Minute. Here in the River region, thousands of hardworking folks will be buying a home, some for the first time. How do you know you are buying the right home? It starts with research. A buyer's agent can help you in your search, providing a list of homes you may not be aware of or know about. At the same time, a meeting with a local lender to find out exactly what you qualify for and how much it will cost at closing and monthly. A list of needs and wants provided to your agent will help them locate properties that match those needs. An example would be bedrooms, baths, school zones, floor plan requests will also help. Start shopping and look at homes and compare and make a list of pluses and minuses for each home. Compare them with your agent to narrow the field. After you work out the contract, appraisals and inspections come next, and then the closing. For more details, call Bo Goodson at the Goodson Group, 221-2883. That's 221-2883.
This is your roving reporter, and today I'm talking with a political activist. That's right, man. And could you please explain to us your red cap with the letters MMRGA? Yeah, man, this is my MARGA hat. MARGA? Yeah, man, that stands for Make My Retirement Great Again. I see. And to do that, what you need to do is call David Ernest, the asset preservationist. That's right, man. You can call David at 833-596-7233. That's 833-596-SAFE. And I understand that's a toll-free number. Yeah, man. Get David Ernest on the case, and your retirement will be great again. And you make these hats? I do. Here's a whole pile left from the last administration. And they say CPWABD. Yeah, man. Corn Pop was a bad dude. And as you said, there's a whole pile here. Well, there wasn't much demand. I can dig it.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
With the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason. Spice and flavorings company McCormick is combining with Unilever's foods division, which includes household names like Hellmann's and Knorr. McCormick and its red-capped array of spices is a $15 billion company. The stable of brands it's adding from Unilever are worth billions more. The combination will create a food company with $20 billion in annual revenue. Wall Street rebounded in today's early going as oil prices are holding above $100. The U.S. and Iran trade military strikes in the fifth week of the war. It's been almost 4 years since gas prices have been this high, averaging just over $4 a gallon, according to AAA. That's the national average. Drivers in some states have been paying a lot more for a while now. The California average, $5.85 a gallon. For the Wall Street Business Report, I'm Rich Thomason.
Rich Thomas weather brought to you by M&M Outdoors. Book your stay today at MNMCampground.com for relaxation at its best. It's easy to find and hard to leave. M&M Outdoors, your home away from home.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. It's going to be a very warm last day of March with a good bit of sunshine today mixed in with some clouds, and there could be some spotty, random afternoon and evening storms somewhere in the area. Most towns, I think, will stay dry. High today, 84. Low tonight, 60. I think we'll be in the middle 80s on Wednesday and Thursday as well. First 2 days of April. And again, each day through the end of the week, look for random, spotty afternoon and evening storms scattered about the area. Many towns will get skipped. Meanwhile, the warmth will continue. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
CB&S Bank, serving families and communities since 1906. Proud to be named 16th best performing bank nationally in their asset category by American Banker. Learn more at cbsbank.com. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
The River Region's first and only news talk station on FM. Live, local talk. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Welcome back. You all right?
In a couple of weeks, I don't know exactly when, but a couple of weeks from now, I'm gone for a week. I'm waiting for you to take vacation. You're not going to take it. And then I just found out you are taking it, just didn't tell nobody. So
I just decided yesterday I would like to take Good Friday off to do church stuff all day.
I understand that, but I thought you would have come up with that a few days ago. But good for you. Proud of you. Turd.
Next time you'll consult with Eddie before
You're going to have a great time on Friday with Sky.
We are going to have a great time. There's no doubt. But I usually use this show for the warm up, and now I don't have no warm up.
just go hyperventilate like Teddy Roosevelt.
I'm going to have to do a lot of show prep now.
You see what I deal with, Byron? Like it's weird. The things that get set this fella
Just
off.
know. You're going to look over and you're like, "Where's Eddie?" He'll be sending you pictures from him at the beach.
By the way, we need to go to Japan,
dude.
One of the coolest things that happened over the weekend and yesterday is on X. Grok started automatically translating posts to where the Japanese Twitter ended up merging with the American Twitter, and especially Japanese Christians. And that was one theme, but also just the Japanese.
Yeah.
And because it automatically translates. You can write in English, they can write in Japanese, and then
No
you
loss
can read
in
each other.
translation?
And it's like we love each other.
Oh yeah.
It's awesome. And it just made me want to go visit even more. What a cool, fun people. Now I'm sure they got
Japanese
problems
videos
like
all the
everybody
time. Oh,
else,
yeah.
but goodness, what a
I watch
great
Japanese
place.
YouTube videos all the time. People just touring Japan. Yeah, I'm ready to go when you are, buddy.
Let's go.
Ready.
Let's go to Bob Marley.
Bob Marley.
Hello, man.
What up, man?
Pass me a dosage to the left-hand side. Ooh.
Get you on the
windows down. It's a little foggy in here.
Yeah, gonna get you on the Double Dutch bus.
That's right. Coming down the street.
Hey, you Soulja Boy.
What up, Soulja Boy?
Hey, I am sick and tired of TSA agents. Tired of them.
TSA agents.
You know, well, let's put it this way. When I was in the military, when Jimmy Carter was in office, good Lord, they shut the government down for 3 months, okay? I didn't get paid for free fracking months, okay?
Right.
3 months.
Right.
All I had to do was call my creditors, explain to them the situation, They froze everything. My mortgage, everything they froze, okay? Because they knew, they said, oh yeah, we know what's going on with the government, no problem. We're gonna get that back pay, okay? It's just a matter of time for the politics, okay? So here's the thing about it is, civil service, I was on a civil service base, Air Logistics Command, which is at Robins Air Force Base in Georgia. They were off, going on vacation, and they still got back pay. I had to work and get back pay. So why? I don't understand why you're bitching and complaining.
Because they're not getting paid, and they don't know about your situation.
Still working without pay.
Wait a minute.
And they're not.
We did the same thing. We did. Anytime you do the federal government job, you know what happens. The federal government. I mean,
That's the whole reason you get the federal government job. It's guaranteed money. And that's the whole reason you take the job.
Yeah, but we get paid eventually. But here's the logistic: if you're a civil service person, you get paid and you get to go home and sit on your couch and go on vacation. Went out during Jimmy Carter's 3 months, okay? 3 month vacation paid, okay? I had to go to work and be on SAC alert 24/7 sometimes, 5 days a week, okay? And I didn't get paid, but I didn't sit there and cry about it because you know why? Because I kind of did like my mom used to tell me, always save money for what? A rainy day.
So why sounds like something you should be proud of and not something that should be a sore spot. And you signed up for the United States Air Force. These folks signed up for the Transportation Service Administration.
They signed up for a federal job, period.
But there's a difference in federal jobs, man. Especially what it sounds like you were working on.
Well, it sounds like you've never worked a federal job, Joey.
No, and that was my choice.
You never worked a federal job?
So
no.
So don't worry.
City job.
As long as Blue Water's in business, you're going to get paid.
Not necessarily. There's a lot of businesses that go out of business and not pay their employees the last couple months' pay. Happens all the time.
Okay.
Yeah. Not happy about
Do
it.
you
but
remember what
happens.
happened? Look at there. The only persons that I know, the only government agency I know that can actually go on strike without punishment is what?
Be a Congress.
Post office. Post office.
Post office.
Owned by the federal government.
Well, they got a union.
Yeah, federal government. Yeah, they're union too, trust me.
Crap.
You're right. They are union.
It's crap.
Because a friend of mine worked for the post office. And you know what? When he retired, the union is so strong, he's getting paid more in his retirement every paycheck than he did when he was working towards the end. Unbelievable. Great. They must have a great union.
But do you not agree that there is more, you know you're signing up for more when you sign up to the United States military than compared to other federal
Being
gigs?
a bag checker at the airport.
Well, it's the same thing you know, too, when you sign up to be a police officer or a fire department.
As opposed to...
Yeah, but soldiers should be the last one to get their pay touched also.
I agree,
but they're usually the
does
first
happen.
to get it.
And that's the problem with our
Wait a
government.
minute. You said soldiers should be the last ones to get paid?
No, to have their
pay cut.
Oh, I'm about to say. I was like...
No, the exact opposite
Jimmy
of what
Carter,
you thought.
we were out paid 3 months, and I called my car company up, I called the mortgage company up, and they all said the same thing. I said, is there going to be any penalty? Is there going to be anything just bad about my credit? They go, no, sir. We know what's going on about the government. We know eventually you're going to get paid. Not a big problem. And they were good about it.
Yeah.
All I had to do was make a phone call.
Good.
Okay? So these places, they talk about their mortgage, and they're talking about they can't pay their rent. All you got to do is, it's bad PR if you go and say to a mortgage company and go on say, for example, YouTube. They try to threaten me, but I'm a government worker and we're not getting paid. It wouldn't be too good PR-wise, would it? No. So every company I called was my credit card companies, my mortgage companies, my utility companies. Everybody was willing to put everything on hold until they got paid.
Yeah, because I know you were good for it. And I hate that anytime this happens, and I get where you're coming from, that you're tired of hearing these TSA employees complain when you've gone through it many times. But, it would be good to just get this thing opened back up again and stop it with the hostage taking.
Well, I agree with you on that, absolutely. And I tell you one thing, I think a lot of it has to do with porn news too, because all they're doing is making it sound like, they're complaining, they're not getting paid, their kids can't go to daycare. I mean, they're milking these stories out for ridiculous.
Well,
we all go through hard times. It's not the top story, but it shouldn't be. But unfortunately, it is.
We all go through hard times. I agree with this. You remember what I told you guys when I first walked in today?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hard time I'm having to go through right now.
But that one's kind of your own self-making. You made that bed, son.
But
You
I'm
made
saying
that
we
bed.
all go through hard times.
Can we talk
Joey.
about it?
I don't think we should, Joey.
But you made that bed.
You can talk about it.
I don't think we should, Joey.
He made that bed. I appreciate it, Soldier Boy. You got to run.
Apples and oranges.
And you brought it up on air, and you made the bed even more. You not only made the bed, you paraded about. You pranced about in public with that bed you made.
Well, sometimes we look back on our mistakes,
He
Joey, and
showed
try to learn
another
from
woman
them.
the bedroom in that scenario.
I don't know about all that.
Now, I will say, you seem to be complaining about this.
Yes.
But at a certain point, after it's paid up, you can have a lot of fun. You know what I mean?
Sure, Joey.
You can have a lot of fun.
That's how he's going to end up coping with this. It's really going to be a treat for himself.
Good, wholesome fun.
Yeah.
Like out in the
A lot
sun.
of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward to it. Probably this weekend.
For other people to have as he sits on the porch.
Oh, man. I got to go hang out on my jet ski.
It'll be a long weekend, Joey.
Let's go to Charles the First. Hey, Charles.
Hey, Joey, Eddie, Byron, how y'all doing?
Pretty good. How you doing, Charles?
I'm good. I wanted to tell y'all before I was going to talk about what I was that I got my patents last week. I got my patents through the patent office.
Really?
They're patented.
Congratulations,
all
brother.
5 of them. Yeah, right now AI suggested I've got to have a person like with IBM or somewhere like that that's high up in physics to read what I'm going to put together of the patents to take it forward for, like reducing the energy needed at the AI data centers, okay?
Right.
And I've got to make sure that this person isn't like potentially going to give it to the Chinese.
steal
or
your-
do you
steal your
get me
tech.
there?
Yeah. Yep.
Still, yeah, because just think of what would happen if they had the ability to reduce by 90% the energy needed for data warehousing.
Yep.
You see how that vulnerable that would
Oh,
make
yes.
anybody?
Oh, yes.
So that's what I'm doing. But this morning I saw an announcement at about 7 o'clock from Google. Did you see this, Joy? What I'm talking about? Any kind of announcement, because you wouldn't remember it
No, I
if you
didn't.
saw it.
I didn't.
Okay. So this was an announcement that quantum computing had got to the point where it could hurt cryptocurrency.
Uh-huh.
And that's by Matt Swain, SWYNE, that I think that you might want to look at there. It says it hasn't done it, but that it just reached the point where we need to go to quantum crypto instead of the crypto that we have now, if that makes sense.
Perhaps, but that tune's been sung for years now, and if quantum computers can in fact crack essentially SHA-256 encryption, which is not only, say, the backbone of something like Bitcoin, but also the backbone of pretty much all encryption for major financial institutions, then I have a sense that there's major financial incentive for a lot of different players to go ahead and add that quantum wrapping encryption on top of what they already have, and there are ways that can be done. But again, I've been hearing this tune for a while that quantum's almost there, and the quantum chips that came out last year, and perhaps it is, but I'll have to look into it, as you said.
Yeah, well, I just wanted you to see it because it looked like it was a little bit more than the past announcements. It looked like it was a little more, true to form or whatever. But hey, and Byron, I wish you would get with me so I could kind of, tell you about my patents. I think you'd just be super interested for even an article or anything if you think of it.
Charles, I will do my
I think
best to give you a shout after the show.
Well, I appreciate that because I really think you'd find it interesting because you know enough about it that you're going to know what I'm talking about. But
Looking forward to it.
But that's how come y'all hadn't heard from me. It was really hard to get.
I know
to
it
that
had to be
patent
pain in the
office,
butt.
guys. Listen, and I did it with an Android. The patent lady could not believe it. The only thing I couldn't do, I couldn't get the MasterCard thing to pull up for me to pay, so I had to get to a laptop.
Oh.
But she said, this is amazing. Nobody's ever got this far on an Android phone.
That's amazing.
But anyway, thanks a lot. Great
Hey, thank you,
show.
Charles.
Enjoy listening to y'all.
Congratulations, man.
272-9228. We've got a few minutes here before I go to the next quick story. This part of the program brought to you by Josh and Leslie Ryder there at Dillon Rings.
You see what Josh was doing today?
Oh, yeah, man.
Some serious repairs going on in there, man.
Like, it's so cool to watch that get done. It
It is.
really is. Like, seeing, like, I couldn't do that.
No, there's no way.
Honestly,
patience factor. I don't have it.
Josh should consider, like, getting somebody to make some lo-fi beats.
Yeah.
And, like, get an HD camera of him, like, doing these repair jobs and make, like, a 2-3 hour fall asleep, like, YouTube page.
Okay, I watch the people build
I could watch
watches.
that and go to sleep.
I watch them build
like,
watches like that all the time. Yeah.
Yes, and it's beautiful and it's peaceful and it's like, especially because you don't have to do it.
Right.
Like-
you do get a satisfaction of it watching it being completed.
So if you go to Dillon Rings' Facebook page and go to their reels, you can watch the magic unfold. Josh the jeweler carefully doing a hand setting, a brilliant diamond into a custom earring mount. Every prong, every angle done with precision and passion. And this is what goes into making every piece there at Dillon Rings for truly one-of-a-kind look and feel. So if you're dreaming of your own custom earrings, a ring, or pendant, in fact, I'm working with Josh. I just got to the point where you do the CAD renderings, which is very precise, exactly what's going to be made. It's incredible technology. And again, his ability, his artistic ability to follow through and make these drawings a reality. It's really incredible stuff. And you can go see that firsthand if you go to Dillon Rings' Facebook page. In fact, I will go ahead and share it to my Facebook page. And of course, y'all get by there. 119 Brown Springs Road here in Montgomery, just off of Atlanta Highway. And be sure to tell Josh and Leslie Ryder that Joey, Eddie, and Byron, the fellas on the radio, sent you. Oh, what could we use as a quick story here? Oh, yeah. Y'all know that we had an earthquake in the Gulf of America?
When?
I guess
I didn't hear the tsunami warning.
Saturday at 9:23 p.m. at 3.9.
Did you take your girlfriend off the high dive again? That what you did?
For my health, could you not make fat jokes like that?
Yes, sir. But still.
You know, I made a reference to Fantasia one day, and I
forgot about that.
I got hippo gifts sent to me.
I forgot about that.
I thought they were beautiful in the movie.
I did too.
Could you please not make jokes?
Yes,
like that
sir.
I didn't make that bet.
No.
Like you did. You made your own bet. Yeah, but the USGS map shows the epicenter of the quake was in the deepest part of the Gulf, nearly the middle of the body of water. Meteorologist Jesse Venturella said it is rare to see an earthquake registered in the Gulf. The largest ever recorded in the Gulf, according to this meteorologist, was a 5.9 in 2006. No warnings were issued following the earthquake.
That's a pretty good one. I know in Rockford years ago there was one, and it was only like a 3-something, but we felt it pretty strong in Titus. It's weird, earthquakes in Alabama. We're tornado country. We're not earthquake country.
No,
we didn't used to be tornado country until about the past 20 years.
There's definitely been a real shift.
Those roundabouts, we started building them.
It was the roundabouts?
Everybody knows that. Even Greg's got a reporter.
Yeah, I remember that
covering it.
reporter. Yeah, they get going. So there are a lot of roundabouts up there in Elmore and Autauga?
Well, there used to be. We caught on to just like in Arrowhead. We've caught on to the roundabouts are not good, and we took them down.
No, I was wondering, like the recent storm that ran through, knocked down the tree, put a hole in the roof. Am I just getting older and more like paying attention, or has it always been this violent of storms, especially tornadoes in this part? And I think there has been a shift.
I think so, but I don't know if it's just because I'm older and like I said, you're paying more attention to it now, and especially when it affects you. But the tornadoes activity around our lake, we hadn't had tornadoes in probably 20 years, and in the last 3 or 4 years, suddenly we got a couple, man. And I mean, one's within a mile from me. And my buddy Matt knocked his house out.
Climate change, you know.
Them roundabouts, brother.
You know when you really start to care about climate change?
When you get a hole in your roof?
Nah, I'm stealing this from Tim Dillon. He's sitting there at Christmas dinner. His obnoxious liberal niece is going on and on and on about global warming and climate change, how we only have 9 years left and we're destroying the planet. And his father, you know when you really care about climate change? When you get a boat.
This is very true, Joey.
Such a classic boomer line. Anyway, We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusada, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. The U.S. Supreme Court has ruled that Colorado cannot enforce its so-called conversion therapy ban regarding conversations between therapists and minors, saying that law likely violates the First Amendment by allowing some viewpoints but not others. In an 8-1 decision, the High Court said the law favors one viewpoint by allowing therapists to affirm a minor's gender identity or sexual orientation, but not helping them to change it if they want to. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth said today that the U.S. undertook the war in Iran for the sake of the free world, and he questioned the value of the NATO alliance if those countries refuse to stand with America in a time of crisis. Stocks jolting higher today as the spike for oil prices because of the war with Iran has slowed down a bit. Right now on Wall Street, it's the Dow up 967 points. This is SRN News.
Maybe this is you too. There's enormous frustration right now with healthcare costs. It is amazing. Healthcare costs for families in the last 20 years have almost tripled, and it just keeps getting worse. All this to say, this is why MediShare is so in demand right now. People are looking for alternatives. And MediShare is proven you can save thousands of dollars a year and actually like it more. Over 1 million Americans are now part of healthcare sharing, and MediShare is the gold standard. It's trusted. It works. It's been helping people save money and have peace of mind now for 30 plus years. It's not some big impersonal thing either. It's a community of people like you helping each other. So yeah, if you're frustrated too, here's your chance to make a refreshing change. You'll notice the difference as soon as you call. They're easy to talk to. You can get a price within 2 minutes. Here is the number. Call 844-94-BIBLE. That's 844-94-BIBLE. 844-94-BIBLE.
Rich Thomas Weather is brought to you by Alabama Wholesale Lumber. It's more than just great prices on lumber. From Trex decking to energy-efficient windows and Tamco shingles, Alabama Wholesale Lumber has it all.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. It's going to be a very warm last day of March with a good bit of sunshine today mixed in with some clouds, and there could be some spotty, random afternoon and evening storms somewhere in the area. Most towns, I think, will stay dry. High today, 84. Low tonight, 60. I think we'll be in the middle 80s on Wednesday and Thursday as well. First 2 days of April. And again, each day through the end of the week, look for random, spotty afternoon and evening storms scattered about the area. Many towns will get skipped. Meanwhile, the warmth will continue. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Budget Floors and More has the best prices. Carpet as low as 69 cents per square foot. LVP starting at $1.29 a square foot. Sheet vinyl as low as 65 cents per square foot. And the lowest prices on flooring installation supplies. Budget Floors and More across from Delray Publix.
From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, here's today's top stories. Montgomery police have announced an arrest in a recent fatal shooting. 34-year-old Roderick Purvis is charged with murder in the shooting death of 39-year-old Kevin Pettis. The shooting happened Friday night in the 900 block of Union Street. The motive for the murder remains unknown as the homicide investigation continues. An Elmore County school bus was involved in a crash Monday morning. The accident happened on Highway 170 in Santuck at the intersection of Haynes Road. Several students received minor injuries. The driver of the car involved was taken by ambulance for treatment. No additional details about the crash have been made available. Montgomery firefighters battled a major house fire Monday afternoon. Fire rescue units responded to a home on Ryan Street where a single-story home was severely damaged. Multiple units joined to contain the blaze and protect nearby buildings from catching fire. The house was currently vacant. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. From the Blue Water Broadcasting News Center, I'm Sky Mosley.
From weddings and concerts to cookouts and construction sites, TT Porta Toilets has been serving Central Alabama for over 30 years. Whether you need standard portable toilets with wash stations or upscale restroom trailers for special events, the Tierce family has the right solution for every occasion. So when you're planning your next big event or project, make it easy on yourself. Call 285-5513 or visit ttportatoilet.com. TT Porta Toilets. Clean, convenient, dependable.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368. An equal housing lender.
Welcome to Eclectic Coins, Montgomery's largest coin dealer, specializing in buying and selling investment-grade gold and silver coins. And they have a large selection of rare coins and coins from around the world. Visit them at 543 Northeastern Boulevard or on the web at eclecticcoins.com. Eclectic Coins, where collectors who know go.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ziprecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's news and views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Welcome back. Now, does it put y'all at ill ease when I say the word audit?
I don't ever like it.
Oh, man.
All right.
Hyundai, we used to have him. I was the king of the audits.
You were the king of the audits.
Whenever they're going to have an audit, they would call me because Eddie comes with donuts and silly jokes, and it makes the auditors just kind of forget what they're doing.
Kind of like
Really?
Congress and Doge.
Wow, that's...
Dude.
Man, you could make a whole sitcom out of that.
Oh,
Here
yeah.
comes Eddie with the silly jokes and the donuts.
It works. It works so well.
And just make the auditor go, well, that technically is probably a violation,
No, what they'll do
ticky-tack
is
thing.
they'll kind of point out something and put on their finger on it. Go, yeah. And you just kind of look over. All right, I got you. Fix it. All
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
Never even report.
There you go. There you go.
It's our people.
Mhm.
People, it's horrible to say, but people can be bought with donuts. Sorry.
Oh, yeah, no. People, if you're nice to people and give them
Right.
gifts, they tend to not be as much of a hard ass. towards you.
Exactly.
Right, yeah.
Exactly.
My luck could be a diabetic.
I know.
All right, we'll run across those. We always have beef jerky for backup.
I get double-sided.
So an audit was done on the Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission.
Oh, boy.
And apparently, according to this audit, the Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission overpaid a legal contract. Per the audit and media reports, the AMCC overpaid the Webster Henry Law Firm by $204,197.55. 55 cents.
55 cents important.
That's what gets you.
Let's go ahead and round that up.
When like you have big payments like that, or it's like it's just the thing that's the sense where they get you.
Yep.
But AMCC Director John McMillan said the overpayment was due to the Alabama Board of Adjustments approving the extra amount.
So the overseers didn't bother overseeing.
The initial contract by the Contract Review Committee was approved, and next thing we knew, we got an invoice that was from the firm that was far in excess of what the contract was approved, McMillan said in a recent interview with 1819 News. We just told them we can't pay that. It's more than we authorized to pay on the contract. Then their option was to go before the Board of Adjustment. I don't know what else our office could have done. There's nothing else we could have done unless we are going to send someone over there to the law office to monitor the hourly work they were putting in every day. State Senator Tim Melson, who was the guy who really put a lot of political capital forward to get this bill done, said the whole thing has just been a disappointment as far as the implementations. It's just very disappointing.
Thank you.
Yeah, no kidding.
I think he speaks for a lot of us.
It's just taking longer, he added. Quite frankly, I don't know how you overpay attorneys by $200,000. That's just crazy.
I do. They submit an invoice, you don't even look at it, you just pay it. And then your overseers just go,
if you knew, and that's been a while since we chatted. John McMillan's great. I like John McMillan a lot. But, like, why don't you just, like, not pay it? Like, the amount they gave you. Like, maybe underpay them.
There you go, because it's not like they won't come ask for
Pay
the
what
rest,
the contract was.
Right. And make them come for the rest. They tend to be like that way in politics in Alabama. Remember the other day, something with what was it?
Here in Montgomery?
Yeah.
Yeah, the traffic.
Thank you, Joey. Yes, we're not going to pay any of that. Well, here's a check cut for 200-something thousand. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoa.
I miss that.
Whoa.
There's going to be 5 employees that handle accidents in Montgomery, accidents reporting. Okay. It's going to be a third-party company. I think it was $1.5 million or something to that effect. Basically, about $200-something thousand per employee. They have no arrest powers. They have no nothing. They're just paper pushers.
They haven't even done a thing here in the town.
They don't.
$200K.
They don't have
250K.
nothing but a PO box right now, and a check for $200,000.
Right, and now the city council was reviewing like whether or not to just. And when I talked to Szymanski, the impression I got was.
I think the impression a lot of people got
was okay. We haven't spent the $1.4 million, which is the contract worth. Then it comes out. Caleb Taylor over there at 1819 News went to the public payment portal, and about $240,000, give or take, was paid out to this company, and they haven't mobilized it all. They haven't done a thing.
Nothing.
And by the way,
where is this company?
I think out of Louisiana, and apparently they've never done this before in any other city.
Oh my goodness!
And it was there was no bid process.
No. We found this brand new company that's thinking about starting this company.
Apparently, there are other companies that do this sort of thing. In theory, it's not a terrible idea.
Not a terrible
specializing
idea.
your enforcement officers to just traffic.
It sounds like a horrible.
Money's kind of high though.
Sounds like a terrible.
But there are other companies that do this in other cities, and they're
much more
doing
efficient.
it for much less money.
Well, they're not related to us, Joe.
Thank you.
They're not our buddies.
Thank you. We didn't go to college with them. They're not our frat boys.
Right. No, and every time I'm like, well, that's not the worst thing. Like we do have slow traffic, like reporting times stuff, and then you see this, you're like, no.
But do you think
you get
this
no money
would improve it? Do you think this would improve it? Would they not just say, hey, we're going to start a program. Let's try it. Because you're right. Something needs to be done. You're waiting 2.5 hours for a cop to come out and write a report.
In a second, we'll come back to Montgomery. But real quick, the auditors also looked at more things at the Alabama Medical Cannabis Commission.
Yeah?
The commission does not have a records disposition authority approved by the State Records Commission. It did not submit annual RDA implementation reports to the State Records Commission as required.
As required.
The hell does that mean? Excuse me, pardon me.
I mean, somebody didn't do their job.
Someone didn't file the paperwork?
Yep.
The commission did not comply with all requirements of the Alabama Open Meetings Act. So they were meeting in secret on occasion.
But what does this do but slow it down even more? I mean, this is all intentional, and getting caught's intentional. It slows it down.
The commission did not adopt rules in accordance with the Alabama Administrative Procedures Act to establish a fee schedule. The commission adopted an administrative rule relating to reporting lost or stolen medical cannabis cards that conflicts with statutes.
That was our priority.
Yeah, I mean, well, if you got a rule relating to reporting lost or stolen medical cannabis cards, it better not conflict with statutes. It better comply with the statute.
Yeah, we got to make money, man.
Thank you.
Come on.
Thank you. They're going to make so much money.
I still love that first one. The commission does not have a records disposition authority approved by the State Records Commission and did not submit annual RDA implementation reports to the State Records Commission as required.
Because you can play dumb. Oh, we didn't know we didn't have to. What was in that report? Oh, we didn't know we had to report that.
What's that mean in layman's terms?
Yeah, I don't even know.
It means it's going to be another 2 years before marijuana is distributed here in the state.
Who's going to be held? I mean,
there's no.
I don't think it's Mr. John. Love Mr. John, but who's going to be held responsible for all this?
Nobody, man. Who do you? Not enough people are screaming that, what's going on is BS. So it's just going to be this way. It's fun to be this
I
big.
think people have been screaming. It was just 4 or 5 years ago, and they got tired of screaming. So, like most things in Alabama, it's like, okay, well, meh.
Yeah.
What a mess. By the way, I think today, maybe it's already happened. I think it might already happen. A vote was held this morning. But the Alabama Senate will consider legislation on Tuesday that sets minimum staffing standards for law enforcement agencies in Montgomery and Huntsville.
Don't have an issue with this.
The bill by State Senator Will Barfoot would provide minimum staffing requirements for Class 3 municipal law enforcement agencies. Alabama has 2 Class 3 cities, Montgomery and Huntsville. Most of the discussion about the bill has, of course, centered around Montgomery. The requirements would include a minimum of 2 full-time law enforcement officers per 1,000 residents of the municipality. The bill would establish a 5-year compliance period for the municipalities not in compliance on the effective date of the act. During this compliance period, the municipality would be required to meet certain goals and increase staffing. The bill would provide that if a municipality fails to meet certain staffing requirements, the Alabama State Law Enforcement Agency would be authorized to assume oversight of the municipal law enforcement agency. The bill would authorize the Attorney General to seek to recover any cost incurred by the state in overseeing a municipal law enforcement agency. So if you don't meet the standards, ALEA gets to take over your department and appoint whoever they want to run it, and then the AG gets to require the city to pay money that however much it costs to do that.
Drop it from 3 to 5.
Montgomery City Councilman Ed Grimes recently estimated Montgomery's current police staffing levels is between 220 and 230 officers, while the bill would require Montgomery to be at around 400 officers or allow ALEA to assume oversight of the police department. Barfoot told 1819 News on Monday he planned to propose a floor amendment to the bill to change the legislation's requirement to 1.9 officers per 1,000 residents at the request of Huntsville lawmakers. Former Montgomery Acting Police Chief John Hall said in 2024 that Montgomery needed at least 400 officers. Montgomery Mayor Stephen Reed called the bill an, quote, unfunded mandate in a statement on Monday. SB 298 is not about public safety, it's about control, the mayor said. This bill imposes an unfunded mandate on Montgomery that the state of Alabama itself fails to meet by a factor of 20. You cannot hold cities to a standard you refuse to meet at the state level. Our years ago. The legislation doesn't support that progress. It puts it at risk.
Did he say it's safer today than it was a few
that's what I
years
heard.
ago?
And what I was about to say is, was that just Montgomery, or did we have this thing called Max? But here's a quote from Barfoot. The unfunded mandate is essentially what the state of Alabama, taxpayers across the state have been paying for this metro area crime suppression unit, which has worked very well.
Yep.
ALEA and Montgomery Sheriff's Office and other agencies working in Montgomery to have more interaction with folks and try to prevent crime or get folks off the street who have active pending warrants on them, Barfoot added. The taxpayers throughout the state are paying for that. As far as any local monies that are there, I looked at several budgets for the last 4 budget cycles for the city of Montgomery, and Montgomery has somewhere north of $40 million that they've budgeted that has not been expended in the area of police protection. So that money is there. Yeah. It's been budgeted. There's a significant amount of money that has been budgeted for police protection that is there and not been used. I guess they just haven't been able to get the numbers up. Barfoot continued saying, a city the same size as Montgomery, Birmingham, hired 202 new officers since January 2025, going through August of 2025. That's amazing. I don't know how Birmingham could do that, and Montgomery has not been able to.
I think I know.
Give me one guess, I'll tell you.
Leadership?
Leadership.
Yeah. There you go.
Hey,
and I saw the whole statement put out by the city of Montgomery.
Yeah.
It was, oh my goodness. They're trying to fight back saying this is unfair, and you won't let us do a payroll or
I've been waiting for
occupational tax, and you don't hold up your own standard. You're not getting like 2 officers per 1,000 people with your state patrol force. Well, it's a state patrol force.
Yeah, the entire state's not a Class 3 city.
Apple and oranges.
Thank you. Yeah, but you got to come up with something. Get your base behind you.
Anyway. I don't know. I don't have somebody down there at the State House. Maybe we'll get an update after 2 o'clock on 1819 News.
Okay.
But I believe that was being voted on at like 10, 11 o'clock this morning.
Nice.
I'd imagine it did pass.
Plus, we need to reach out to Will. We hadn't had him on the show in forever.
I talked to him the other day.
Yeah, a friend of mine's good friends with him.
On the show. You weren't here then.
See? I said we, not you. We haven't had him on the show forever.
I wish Huntsville wouldn't have bought them on the number.
Why do you think they did that?
Reduce it by 10%? Is that what it was?
No, it was only 1/10 out of 2, so it wouldn't be 10%. It'd be a little less.
Okay.
But yeah, I get it. Like, if this number is going to be enforceable every year for 5 years, you want to make sure it's not too punitive. Like, you want to make sure you can actually reach it. But we'll see.
I don't think Huntsville is going to have a problem reaching.
No, Huntsville's
That's
not going to be
my
the
point.
issue.
Yeah, we'll see. It's just, I think it needs to get done.
Yep.
And, for all the plans about a new arena and all sorts of improvements to the city, and, apparently we're financially sound enough to do a big old bond issue.
Very sound.
All this stuff. It's like, I'm not against amenities. I'm not against downtown Montgomery looking even better.
No,
and it is
really
coming
should.
along.
Yeah.
But, if people are worried about when you got big events, crazy stuff happens, they ain't going to show
They ain't
up.
going to show up. And it'll be your folks from out of town that show up, and then when they go back, they'll be writing the reviews like crazy. Don't go to Montgomery. There was a shooting. There was this. There was that. I just don't think we're ready for it yet.
No. Anyway, it's a shame, but we'll keep working on it. Did you see that this is what people get for watching the local corporate media?
Oh, boy.
But ABC 3340, where is this? Out of Birmingham?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
The Muslim thing.
Yeah, they apologized for Anchor's on-air homage to Muslim Brotherhood after public backlash. After receiving public backlash, ABC 3340 issued an apology on Monday for on-air comments made by evening anchor Ashanti Ford. As first reported by 1819 News, Ford, a California native who joined the station in September of 2025, signed off the evening broadcast last Thursday with a quote she attributed to the founder of the Muslim Brotherhood, a designated foreign terrorist organization. Before we go, a quote from the founder of the Islamic Brotherhood. The quieter you become, the more you're able to hear.
There was a production meeting.
What the hell does that mean?
This logo that's supposed to, she didn't do this entirely on her own.
No, and in fact, they're kind of saying she just read it.
Yeah, what it sounds like.
Perhaps it's true. But 1819 News in particular received multiple emails from readers expressing anger over the comments, which also garnered a response from Coach U.S. Senator Tommy Tuberville. Pure insanity. The Radical Muslim Brotherhood is a terrorist organization. Coach posted terrorist organization in all caps. Posted that on X. Actually, there's a video here of the actual apology.
Oh, really?
So I think we should watch it together.
Yes.
This is from the news director, Jeff Cox. Mr. Cox responded to the public's concern on Monday on air. So, hold on, I'm just getting it set up. Without further ado, here is Mr. Jeff Cox.
Relief doesn't help if it takes forever.
That's not
American Financing is
that's
helping
Tim
homeowners
Pohl
access
trying to
mortgage rates
sell
in the
me
low fives,
something.
and they're closing some in as fast as 10
American
days.
Financing.
On average, they're saving
and
their
Tim
customers
Pohl. What is this,
$800 a
Tim
month with
Pohl?
no
You dim
upfront fees
fool.
Joey, you need to buy some
obligation to get
gold.
started.
You buy it, I'll hold
If
it
you're
for
ready
you.
for
That's what
real
this is.
breathing room, now's the time.
Exactly what
I like
that is.
American
Tim. But,
Financing.
Me too, but
America's home
you don't like
for home
Tim?
loans.
You know,
Call
I like him, but
890
a little nerdy, but I do like the guy.
7811 or
Yeah,
visit
and he gets into the flame war stuff, but I find myself in general vicinity of Tim Pool. Anyway, okay, here we go.
All right.
Let's listen in to, again, ABC 3340 News Director, Mr. Jeff Cox.
Good evening. I'm Jeff Cox, News Director here at ABC 3340. I want to take a moment to address concerns about our broadcast last Thursday. The intent of our closing segment is always to end the newscast on a positive and thoughtful note. The quote included that evening was not intended to convey any political or ideological message.
Wait. Pausing it there. What did he say? Like thoughtful, like peace, like
basically wants to go out on a positive note.
The quote again was, before we go, a quote from the founder of the Islamic Brotherhood: "The quieter you become, the more you're able to hear." That's not. That makes me feel like that's like a veiled threat.
Yeah.
Of like, shut up and you'll hear more.
Yeah.
Keep your ears open. Listen.
Anyway, let's keep going with this.
However, we understand that it was perceived that way, and on behalf of the station, I sincerely apologize to those who were offended.
That's not a good phrasing.
The quotes used to close our broadcast are selected through our standard editorial process, not by our on-air talent. Although this quote was read by Ashanti Ford, Ashanti had nothing to do with the selection. We have addressed the matter internally, and we are making adjustments to ensure our content consistently meets our editorial standards moving forward. We value your trust, appreciate your feedback, and we thank you for your loyalty.
Oh, I'd love to be behind the scenes on that.
I got to hear that again.
Good evening. I'm Jeff Cox, news director here at ABC 3340.
Thank you, Mr. Cox.
I want to take a moment to address concerns about our broadcast last Thursday. The intent of our closing segment is always to end the newscast on a positive and thoughtful note.
On a positive and thoughtful note. How is quoting the Muslim Brotherhood a positive or thoughtful note? And when you read the literal quote, even if you didn't know it was the Muslim Brotherhood, the quieter you become, the more you're able to hear. How's that positive or thoughtful?
Neither. Failed at both. And they got called out for it.
And who did this? Like, I now kind of feel for Ashanti Ford.
I kind of feel like if I'm Ashanti, he's like, y'all better get out there and get my name right.
And somebody just texted me, what a flaccid attempt at an apology.
It
was a flaccid apology, Mr. Cox.
Okay, so who loses their job first, Ashanti or Mr. Cox?
Mr. Cox.
Mr. Cox.
Yeah, Ashanti shouldn't lose her job.
No, I agree. She's
So,
just,
like,
that's what you read.
I don't know. She's got to push back and stand up for herself. Like, she's the face and the voice of this little,
you think she should have came out.
And she should have been like, anything that comes out of my mouth, I have to be able to know what it is and be accountable. Now, it's a busy day and, like, you have a team of writers and stuff. But
I wonder how much of this might have actually come from, like, the top-down
Corporate?
Sinclair corporate.
Yep. They are affiliate of, Sinclair Broadcasting?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Ford anchored the 6 p.m. broadcast on Monday, but did not address the controversy. Yeah, subsidiary of Sinclair Broadcast Group.
If I said someone went to school in Asheville, North Carolina, you think they would be conservative or liberal?
Oof. I don't know. I'd have to see the parents.
All right.
As weird as that sounds.
Asheville seems like a pretty liberal place.
Liberal, but there's liberal. It is, but there's still some good folks there.
I'm not saying that.
No, there are a lot of good
So I say I have to
liberal
look
folks.
okay. Well, there are.
What, you don't like?
I didn't say
You
that,
probably
but-
have a bunch of hicklibs living around you, and you love them.
Yes.
They probably honk at you when you're wearing your kimono out there on the dock.
No, but I got to get a longer robe.
Yeah, you too.
Lots of fishermen are coming up. Springtime's here, Joey.
Hey, chicken legs.
Yeah.
Put some pants on.
Well, how would you react if you got out in the morning to go in your backyard and there's a fisherman? I mean, you would expect to have, I could wear a robe, but there's a fisherman.
So tough living on the lake.
Oh, no, not that again.
Yeah, fishermen just going to get a show.
Just remember,
You
Eddie.
guys don't know the struggle.
Just remember, Eddie, life is suffering.
It is.
Yeah. Even when it's not that bad, you still find ways to suffer.
Yes, this is true. This is very true.
That is nuts, though. Like, who snuck that in? Like, who put that out there?
Okay, do you think they would give it to her like last minute so she can't really prepare for it?
Perhaps. Yeah, like they sneak it into that final block without even checking. And
You've seen Anchorman, and you just read
That's-
the teleprompter.
That's kind of what I wonder, but then I wonder, like there was I think it was in Alaska, there was a newscaster that ended the program with saying, hey, I'm pro-marijuana, I'm fixing to buy this marijuana store, or something like that. And of course they fired her and all that in the end, and she got arrested, believe it or not. But I would think that they would have some control over what they could say, but they didn't bother dumping her. I think we're going to see Jeff's thing on Indeed.com.
no, but I think this is what you get for watching the local corporate media and the corporate media in general.
We don't have it. Okay, what do you suggest? Like, literally, for a good local news, I get most of my local news. I hate saying this, but it's this lady on TikTok.
Yeah.
This black lady on TikTok. She knows more about Montgomery, what's going on in Montgomery, than anything I see in the newspaper.
I'm just going to be the person who says tune in to 93.1.
Well, that might
I
not
can't
be
get Joey to cover some of the good news stories.
Like, what do you consider as good news stories?
Trying to think of one right now. You always say no, so I'm caught off guard here.
Mhm.
There's going to be a 4th of July, but there'll be a chicken wing contest. Why don't we go check that out?
That's cool.
Last time you didn't go, Joey. Remember you signed me up and didn't show. And somebody actually entered some wings that were boiled.
Boiled? That's got to be a troll.
No one wanted
That's
to try
got to
it.
be a troll.
Boiled. They were white.
Isn't
boiled.
it a little bit homophobic that we're so focused on the Straits of Hormuz and not the gays of Hormuz?
Exactly.
Gay chicken wings for sure.
I agree. Yes, for sure.
Why do you think they're willing to leave the gays of Hormuz behind?
I think it's just historically, gays have always been very discriminated against, which is wrong on so many levels.
Even in war.
Joey, let's say that you met this girl and y'all are on your first date. Literally don't know her from nobody.
Yeah.
And y'all walk up to this guy and he starts asking the questions, and this is how she answers.
He asks essentially,
Isn't it a little bit homophobic that we're so focused on the Straits of Hormuz and not the gays of Hormuz?
Yes. And her answer, how would you take that? Would you just keep walking at that point knowing that it was a misconnection?
no,
or-
I wouldn't be like, can I join your team, sir? What you're doing is amazing artistic
Good work.
Like this, you are generational talent. That is fantastic.
It is,
I
but at
don't
the
think
same
I would've
time.
made it to the interview.
Yeah.
This whole crowd of folks.
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
Nah.
No kings.
No kings, that's right.
No kings. As Christians everywhere are celebrating Palm Sunday about the
Please.
entry of the King of Kings.
Yeah.
No king.
Is there some confusion going on with that, Joey, in the no kings world?
What do you mean?
They just seem to be. I don't know if most of them even know what they're talking about, to be quite honest. I think they
That's-
got
I
something
think
in their head. And
most people that show up to rallies.
Yeah. They just.
Big heart. They heard a few things, got them all aggravated. It's also something to do. Maybe your friends are like really into it and you just went with your buddies.
I've never been that nerdy. Let's go protest. Y'all ever?
I've never gotten paid, so.
Yeah. I held a Ron Paul sign once on Auburn's campus, and I felt like a pathetic loser.
There was a politician when I was a kid that we got suckered into his campaign, Dickinson or somebody like that here in town. Yeah, I remember that we were so obnoxious. The news kept doing the live reporting from the place. The third time, they're like, "Can you guys get out of our shot just once? We all just once get out of our shot."
First vote for Bill, then vote as you will. That was his slogan back in the day.
That's kind of catchy.
First vote for Bill, then vote as you will.
They were trying to bust up the Democrat stronghold, so
Okay.
had to vote for party or the person before you voted for
That's
the party.
not the worst slogan.
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah,
that is
instruct
pretty
the
good.
voters what to do.
Makes sense to me. Does it to you?
Too soon, man. Still too soon.
How is Tim?
I know. Oh, he's good.
Good.
That's good.
I like Tim.
Building a bridge.
Okay,
He
very
wanted,
good.
he wanted to wrestle
bridge.
Joey one time, which was great.
I like Tim.
I love that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, we got to hit this break. Even in war. This part of the program brought to you by Bo Goodson and the Goodson Group. And there at the Goodson Group, Bo and his team are ready to help you, whether you're looking to buy or sell property, a home, whatever, here in the Montgomery and surrounding areas. Of course, Bo's been working at the River Region real estate market for about half a century now. So he and the team have the experience to help you out, not just with buying and selling, but should you want to rent out your home, they have management services available there at the Goodson Group, which is a great idea in this market. So check them out today. If you want to, again, buy, sell, or you want to have that rental managed, get in touch with the Goodson Group. You can always learn more at thegoodsongroup.com or give them a call at 551-0225. That's 551-0225. Bo Goodson, the Goodson Group, great sponsor here of the program.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
Y'all hear about all those politicians making money in the stock market?
Yeah, that Nancy Pelosi's making a killing.
Yeah, she is, and so is Coach.
Tommy Tuberville?
Yeah, he and Pelosi are making millions. Turns out old Senator Tuberville's trading ag futures while he's on the ag committee.
Wow, Tommy Tuberville's making a killing in the stock market.
Yep, just like Nancy Pelosi.
It's all just a big game to Coach Tuberville.
In 2024, Tommy Tuberville made millions trading stocks, just in 1 year.
Wonder what else there is.
So Tommy Tuberville is making millions in the stock market, all on the industries he regulates.
Tommy Tuberville's great at making millions for himself.
Now I want to know.
Just how much money did Tommy Tuberville and Nancy Pelosi make for themselves in the stock market?
Why don't we ask him? Let's call Tommy Tuberville. Ask him how much money he made himself in the stock market.
And tell him, for us, it's not a game.
This advertisement is paid for by the Alabama Leadership Fund.
I was in foot pain for 20 years, trying to give it relief, buying all these different insoles. Drugstore insoles, custom insoles. I spent thousands of dollars. I bought all these products, and not a single one worked. I really, truly needed to have relief in my feet. And the Good Feet arch supports were what gave me the relief I needed.
For over 20 years, we've been helping people like Teresa actually live the life they love without their feet getting in the way.
They wanted to make sure that I got something that my feet felt good in, not somebody else's feet. I love the fact that I can wear these arch supports in all my shoes. I have boots, I have cowboy boots, I have running shoes, I have walking shoes, I have flat shoes, I have heels. It makes me so happy. If you ask my husband, he will crack up because there is no store I would rather go in than a shoe store. I'm Teresa, and that's my Good Feet story.
See what we can do for you with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
We're located at 7341 East Chase Parkway in the shops at East Chase. Now hiring.
The employees of Adams Drugs would like to thank you for trusting us with your health care in 2025. We look forward to serving you and your family in 2026. You will continue to enjoy the same services such as immunizations, compounding, medication therapy management, delivery service, and wellness clinics, to name a few. Looking for that perfect gift for a loved one? Visit our Emily B. gift shop and find everything from Tyler candles to scout bags. Gift wrapping is available. If you have not visited Adams Drugs and experienced the award-winning customer service, we ask you to consider us for your prescription care in 2026. We have 12 convenient locations to serve you in the River Region. 8 in Montgomery, 1 in Wetumpka, Prattville, Millbrook, and Pine Level, Marbury. Please find us at adamsdrugs.net for the location that is nearest to you. Adams Drugs is your local, independently owned Health Mart pharmacy. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
Are you tired of the mainstream media's biased reporting? Do you want to stay informed on the news that really matters to you? Look no further than 1819 News. At 1819 News, we bring you the latest in Alabama news, politics, sports, culture, and more. We've assembled a team of journalists with Alabama values dedicated to the truth and the truth alone. Visit us at 1819news.com today. That's 1819news.com. Subscribe to our newsletter. Honest News, Alabama Values.
What's your biggest investment? More than likely, it's your home. So treat it that way when you hire a painting contractor. With PBS Painting, there are no gimmicks, no $99 specials. Just quality painting and someone who treats your home with the same respect that you do. At PBS Painting, we have been painting for years and look forward to many more years to come. With PBS Painting, the job gets prepped properly, whether it's cleaning, scraping, or priming. We always use quality products, which is a must for a quality paint job. So if you're looking for a painter that doesn't need upfront money and is on the job at all times, then please give me a call. Scott Bowers and PBS Painting, 294-5122. That's PBS Painting, 294-5122. Look at some of our work on Facebook at PBS Painting Montgomery.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
Rich Thomas weather brought to you by M&M Outdoors. Book your stay today at MNMCampground.com for relaxation at its best. It's easy to find and hard to leave. M&M Outdoors, your home away from home.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. It's going to be a very warm last day of March with a good bit of sunshine today mixed in with some clouds, and there could be some spotty, random afternoon and evening storms somewhere in the area. Most towns, I think, will stay dry. High today, 84. Low tonight, 60. I think we'll be in the middle 80s on Wednesday and Thursday as well. First 2 days of April. And again, each day through the end of the week, look for random, spotty afternoon and evening storms scattered about the area. Many towns will get skipped. Meanwhile, the warmth will continue. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Live, local talk. The River Region's most trusted voice for news and opinion. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. 272-9228 if you want to get in on the conversation. So apparently the Supreme Court did a thing today.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they declared a particular ban passed by Colorado Democrats unconstitutional on First Amendment grounds.
Oh, okay.
The ban was on talk therapy for kids identifying as transgender. Essentially, they banned what they called in their bill conversion therapy.
Okay.
Like, you can't, no way you can talk to a kid that perhaps, you know, like...
This is what you might want to do.
Right.
Yep.
That's just crazy. So they passed this ban. It gets all the way to the Supreme Court. So here's a little Fox News report laying out some of the deets.
Ruling against a Colorado law banning so-called conversion therapy for LGBTQ children. Shannon Bream watching this and getting the ruling now. What was decided? Good morning to you, Shannon.
Hey, Bill, good to see you. So a therapist out there in Colorado challenged this law when it was passed, saying, I need to be able to counsel clients for whatever services they're seeking. So the court looked at this, finally decided 8-1 in her favor, striking down that law in Colorado. I want to read you part of what they said. They said it's censoring speech based on viewpoint, specific things. It says the First Amendment stands as a shield against any effort to enforce orthodoxy in thought or speech in this country. It goes on to say, even if you have good intentions in this law, if you suppress speech based on a particular viewpoint, it just can't stand up. I mean, 8-1. There was only one dissenter here. It was Justice Jackson. She has said that this ruling is potentially catastrophic. She says the majority finds at bottom that Colorado likely cannot legislate to protect the children of its state if by doing so it happens to keep state licensed healthcare providers from saying what they want to minors. She goes on to say it will ultimately risk grave harm to Americans' health and well-being. She says you should be able to regulate the speech of somebody who's providing care to minors. 8-1, majority of the court did not think so, Bill.
Okay.
Interesting.
Very.
I'd have to read more of the details of that case, but 8-1's a pretty
8-1,
resounding
yeah.
vote.
Plus it was Jackson.
You're right.
Yeah.
Right. And also to claim, oh, we're protecting the kids. What are you protecting them from? Somebody maybe talking to them and realizing like that they don't need your crazy gender affirming care.
Right.
That has led many a way too young person down a wretched road. Got enough trouble in life as is, especially if you really do have gender dysphoria. You got enough trouble in life as is. Like these, it's just crazy to me.
It is crazy.
Now, Bulls waive Jaden Ivey after he calls NBA's Pride Month celebration unrighteousness.
Tell me it's not.
I don't know. You know, maybe the straights need to take back the Pride Month.
I just...
Do you play at Bama?
I
I don't know, but I think it's, again, we go back to free speech. They don't have free speech because he plays basketball for the Bulls.
Yeah. He's also stated Catholicism is a false religion in recent video rants.
He's got free speech.
Oh, he does have free speech.
I mean,
He's also dumb.
Yeah.
Right.
Dumb people have free speech.
Misinformed.
Purdue.
I would hope he has
Pretty much
more
nicer than that, but I'm going with dumb.
Full understanding of things. But he goes on to say the Chicago Bulls, the Chicago Bulls have waived him because he went on to say it's unrighteousness. I don't disagree with him.
I don't disagree with him. But he can have his opinion. That's what
he said in his latest video. The world can proclaim LGBTQ, right? They proclaim Pride Month, and the NBA, they proclaim it. They show it to the world. They say, come join us for Pride Month to celebrate unrighteousness. They proclaim it. They proclaim it on the billboards. They proclaim it in the streets, unrighteousness. So how is that one can't speak righteousness? Who are they to say that this man is crazy?
Some other athletes have chimed in supporting him.
I'm hoping many more, because honestly, you know as well as I do, many of them have that same feeling he does. They just don't want to risk their paycheck.
Then he turned and goes in another different video that Catholicism was a false religion, which apparently becomes for a potential issue not on like, oh no, people misunderstand Catholicism. His mother, Niele Ivey, is the head women's basketball coach at Notre Dame, which is, of course, a Catholic university.
Very Catholic university.
Ivey was traded to the Bulls as part of a 3-team deal involving his previous Detroit Pistons and the Timberwolves. He was the 5th overall pick in the 2022 draft by the Pistons, who hoped he would be a key piece in the rebuild. He was solid to start his career, making the 2022-23 NBA All-Star rookie team after averaging 16.3 points, 3.9 rebounds, and 5.2 assists per game, which is while shooting 41% from the field. That's not that great.
Not awful.
But it's not awful, but it's not
But
great.
you can't have that and a crappy attitude.
He posted a career-high 17.6 points per game during the 24-25 campaign as he looked to be hitting his stride. However, Ivey saw a regression in his product this year, primarily playing off the bench for the Pistons before the trade.
Hey, Chris.
He's played just four games with the Bulls, averaging 11.5 points, 4.8 rebounds per game before his release. So he seems like, just off the numbers, like he could be a good supporting player.
Yeah.
But why would all of a sudden it drop? Performance drop, the Pistons don't like you anymore, and they trade you. Makes me think there was
something in the clubhouse going on.
Yeah.
There's all kinds.
Yeah,
there's an attitude issue.
NBA is not. I mean, they trade players all the time.
And remember, this is the same organization that their union is strong enough that they don't drug test, but they let this kind of thing go on.
Right. Now, he's essentially, it's being suggested he was let go because of the stuff he said about Pride Month.
I'm sure that had a lot to do with it.
Perhaps it has something to do with it. But it also could be like, he's not a team player.
Yeah.
Like, I agree with him on the Pride Month thing. I disagree with him on the Catholicism thing. I don't think he should be fired for anything necessarily he says.
Right.
Any sort of viewpoint.
What was the quote on Catholicism?
It was just false religion. It didn't have the full quote from the live stream, which, he can, people can have their opinion. I wouldn't want him fired for something like that.
I mean, I want to see or be able to read what he said about Catholicism, because I'm seeing a quote right here. It says, "I'm alive in Christ no matter what the basketball setting is." So I'd have a hard time believing that his mother was employed by Notre Dame. He was probably raised in the Catholic Church and believes it's not the true religion.
Right. Maybe on the live stream he goes, they actually, when it comes to the theory of atonement, believe in vicarious satisfaction as opposed to penal substitution. So that's clearly a false gospel. And they called us anathema in the 1500s.
I'm sure he said all that.
Yeah, I'm sure he said all that.
Or maybe at that particular moment he was just mad at God and he just lashed out.
I don't know.
It happened.
No, apparently he has had this born-again moment, which, I don't think you have to walk a particular line.
No, but I think people
way
expect that. And
somebody can come into the body of Christ.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Part of me has a suspicion that a lot of it's not, a particular thing he said. It's the way he carries himself behind the scenes. And I start sniffing that. I don't know that. I'm just speculating. When his stats drop, the Pistons all of a sudden start putting him on the bench. He comes off the bench, and then they trade him after being a 5th overall pick. Like, it makes me think it's not necessarily his skill
not a team
set.
player.
Yeah.
Pain in the butt in the locker room.
Right. Anyway. Let's go to Chris. Hey, Chris. How
What's
you
up,
doing?
Chris?
Hey, guys. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I find it ironic the guy, they're okay with him saying, demeaning a religion, but you say something wrong about gay pride and you get kicked to the curb if that's the case. But the NBA is terrible, guys. And let me tell you this right now. Any sport, professional sport, does not play defense, I don't want to watch it.
They played defense in the playoffs.
Really?
Even that's a bit of a stretch,
not in comparison to the 90s, but in comparison to the regular season.
Have you ever seen defense? I mean, it is it's truly awful. I mean, it almost looks like it is scripted. NBA is. I mean, it is terrible.
None of it would surprise me anymore.
It's terrible.
Yeah. I
mean, and I tell my boys when one of them plays basketball, I said, do not watch NBA basketball. That is not how real basketball is played at all.
Watch the WNBA.
Yeah. Well, no, just watch college. You'll be okay to some degree. As long as they're not shaving points like at Kennesaw State or wherever else. Hey, I was going to call, too. Have y'all talked about the fluoride deal with this judge up in Birmingham?
No.
No, we haven't touched on it yet, but I'm looking at the story April Marie put out on 1819. For folks who don't know, here's just the quick first paragraph, Chris. Last Thursday, the city of Birmingham filed another lawsuit against Central Alabama Water. The suit argued that the utility's decision to stop adding fluoridation fluoride at the one remaining operational plant out of the 4 was detrimental to the health of Birmingham residents. 3 plants were taken offline by the former board without public notices or notice to the state. On Monday, Circuit Judge Frederick Allen Bowling issued a scathing order requiring Central Alabama Water to resume fluoride operations across its entire system, a move that may have catastrophic consequences for the utility's financial well-being and raise costs across the board.
But he cares.
Right.
Well,
Right.
fluoride's a halogen, and this
Yes, it is.
idiot judge didn't realize that that halogen in large amounts can make you brain dead.
Yep.
If we already are. But that only proves how stupid the judiciary is in this country. I mean, this is just a blatant, just not giving a rip about public health. We know it's a problem. Mississippi, I believe, is getting rid of it wholeheartedly in the whole state. And this idiot in Birmingham, who's got a serious problem with children, probably have low IQs up there, and he's trying to allow this to continue on, is just it blows my mind. I mean, I just don't see. This is my point about all this too. Why is the left on the wrong side of everything?
Everything. Because they like to argue.
Everything.
They like to argue.
Yeah, I mean,
Much like many women I know.
hey, we know fluoride's bad for you. It really doesn't. It doesn't do anything for you. You have it in your toothpaste, and it's in God knows what else that you consume. But we need to keep it in. And then J.D. Crow comes out with this goofy cartoon this guy puts out. And I forgot who it is, with Snaggletooth, and it's trying to allude that if you don't have fluoride, your teeth are going to fall out.
Yes, back in the 1920s, that's when people believed that. But then they did further studies and realized fluoride's not that great for you, especially in everything that you consume that has water.
It's good to know some people still get paid to draw cartoons.
Yeah, but I mean, he won a Pulitzer Prize or something. I mean, that's what we. But that's my point, though.
Oh, you
why
won
is
a
the left on the
prize.
wrong side of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, why would they argue for that? Well, I thought when I grew up, I always thought the hippies were like the natural people, and they were anti-establishment. It's completely reversed now.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, it has.
Yeah, but I just thought that was funny. You must put the fluoride in the water right now.
Put the poison back. Put the poison back in there.
And they're now saying, well, we were doing that so we didn't have to do a capital investment of about $3.7 million. Shutting off the fluoridation allowed us to pinch some pennies here. So, goodness gracious. And it does seem to hinge on whether or not they gave 90-day notice to the state health officer.
Oh, yeah, go to him.
Yeah,
He's
I think we've had some issues with that guy in the past. So.
Yeah, he kind of disappeared, didn't he?
Yeah, not long enough, though.
Well, he hung out with Stephen Reed and kept Montgomery County in mass, 2 or 3 months past everybody else?
Yep.
Remember those good old days?
Yeah, who was selling those masks?
Yeah. Well, the other thing is, Trump is a king, but you look at the states that, the horrific constitutional they blew up the Constitution. Some of these states by, shooting, like Tim Walz was shooting people with paintballs to get them back inside, keeping people masked up, schools closed. Again, liberals are on the wrong side of everything. I want someone to call in and say, explain to me how liberals are been correct about all this stuff. I mean, it's just mind-blowing to me. Here you are trying to help the public out to get a toxic substance out of water, and yet they're going to argue for it. I don't have an answer.
You're right. It's completely flipped.
Yeah.
It is.
What you would think is sort of the general position of the left and right. In many cases, and I think this is much more an internal, from April Marie's reporting, seems like more an internal turf war where the judge in his order was very much echoing a lot of what Randall Woodfin, the mayor up there, has been saying on Facebook about the water board. So it's, we got our problems here in Montgomery, but Birmingham ain't squeaky clean either.
God, no.
Well, yeah, you saw the AL.com article. They're saying now, and that Hatcher guy, Senator Hatcher's coming out and saying that we're trying to get rid of black people in power in the city of Montgomery by forcing them out, and because the state legislature saying in 5 years you got to have your police force has got to be 100%.
Oh.
And they're saying it's racist now.
Now, who's convinced by that?
Yeah.
In good faith, who's convinced by that?
No one.
I mean, unfortunately, a lot of people are.
They buy into it, but I can't see them
they need to think
being
harder.
truly supportive of it.
I mean, you should have that Hatcher guy on there and tell him to explain to his constituents on why he feels that this is a racist proposition to force a city who's got the money to be 100% or at least close to 100% of your police force.
Well, in
And
fact,
just-
he did stump for the occupational tax, and one of the reasons was public safety.
Yeah, how about that?
But then when this came up, apparently more cops doesn't mean less crime.
No,
So,
that's right. And then get
yeah.
this, inside the article, the AL.com article about that, which I was for some reason I read AL.com, I don't know why, but inside of it says we cannot get a correct official number of police on the Montgomery Police Force.
Right.
They won't tell you.
Right. Because I think if they lay out who's actually, administrative work in the desk, who's actually out there in a vehicle patrolling, the numbers would be shocking.
Yeah, that would be scary, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Probably the criminals would be like, oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Well, again, I hate that these topics came up because I actually read AL.com, and I got so fired up reading it that I had to call you about it.
Well, thank you for reminding me they exist.
Yeah.
They exist, right? They're owned by a Yankee, okay?
Oh,
They're
of
owned by
course.
Yankees, and, that's what you
Carpetbaggers.
get, right?
Yep.
That's why we read 1819 News, right?
There you go.
There you go.
All right, guys, I'll appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Chris.
Anyway, we got to hit a very quick break
Okay.
here. We'll be right back.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
Hi, I'm Carl Schmidt, naturopath and owner of the Herb Shop Wellness Center at 8161 Vaughan Road. With over 30 years experience in natural wellness, I've seen countless health fads come and go. A few years ago, we added a patented technology that actually activates your stem cells. It reverses the aging process at the cellular level. However, you do need proper hydration and targeted nutrition. At the Herb Shop, our advanced scanning and testing technology allows us to accurately assess your nutritional needs and get a customized plan for you. Come in today and see what the Herb Shop can do for you.
Hey, y'all, Lewis at the Capital Oyster Bar. We're located over here on that beautiful Alabama River. We're over here cooking up that fresh seafood for you. Got a fryer, a steamer, and a grill. Talk a little bit about that steamer. The Royal Red Shrimp. Got those shrimp from Argentina. Taste between a shrimp and a lobster. That's some real rich tasting sweet shrimp. We got all kind of good shrimp there. And let's get back to the steamer. Snow crab, crab claws, oysters Rockefeller. Yeah, I know you're getting hungry. You can check it all out at CapitalOysterBar.com or go to our Facebook page. The menu, you'll see a way to get down here, a map, and also talks about the RV park we got down here. We got a few spots open in the RV park. You can come stay with us. We also rent out pontoon boats down here on the river. All you need is a driver's license, a credit card, a little common sense. You can have a good day on the river. We also got slips available in the marina. Or you can get down here and call Marsha at the restaurant. She'll hook you up with a spot in the marina. No show this weekend because it's Easter. That's right, we'll be closed this Sunday. I want to wish you and your family a happy Easter and a great spring ahead.
This hour of news and views is brought to you by our good friends at Alabama Home Mortgage. Alabama Home Mortgage, 567-4223. Visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. NMLS number 1586368, an equal housing lender.
The River Region's News Talk station. News Talk 93.1. WACV. News Talk 93.1.
Welcome back. Oh, NASA's prepping for the Artemis 2 moon mission.
Haven't we been doing that for many years now, Joey?
Well, and you don't want to go test to see how...
No, I'm down. I'm just
how
tired
big
of waiting.
the firmament indeed is.
I'm just tired of waiting.
I agree with you.
I mean, let's get it on.
The moon base should have been here decades ago.
I should be employed there right now.
Get excited, man. We're going to the moon.
All right.
this part of the program. In fact, the entire hour brought to you by Alabama Home Mortgage. I'm thinking of that scene in Dumb and Dumber. We went to the moon!
All right. It'll be the first time for Eddie.
But they're at Alabama Home Mortgage. They can help you whether you're looking to buy or refinance a home.
Yep.
And instead of procrastinating or just wasting your time with those online services, especially those mortgage calculators that are not realistic and don't understand your own situation,
Correct.
or using a 1-800-LENDER or the spam calls, flashy mailers, instead go with a great local trusted company. You can actually get to know Kim and Madeline there at Alabama Home Mortgage, and they can walk you through that home buying process. All starts with pre-approval, and they can walk with you every step of the way, all the way to closing day. And of course, on a refinance deal, whatever your goals are, whether you're getting debt off your back or shoring up your retirement funds and to say your burn rate, your cash rate every month, or it could be you want to go on that big family trip or help out the kids. Whatever your goals, they can help you. So check out Alabama Home Mortgage today. That's 567-4223, 567-4223. And you can visit them on the web at myalabamahomemortgage.com. There is a difference in mortgage companies. Let Kim and Madeline prove that to you today. NMLS number 1586368. Equal housing lender. Really should hit the top hour break, but let's go to Jean. I haven't talked to her in a little bit.
Hey, Jean.
Hey, darling. How is Miss Lucy doing?
She is wonderful, and she's got her little good night books, and she's flipping the page herself and saying, good night, so-and-so, good night.
Love
and my brother sends me videos. She's
How old is she now?
about 2.5. I guess she'll be 3 in late October.
Okay, good. Well, I've been thinking about her and praying for her.
Thank you, hon.
Thank you, Jean. And yeah, I think my plan is to try to go see them before too long here. Spend a few days up there.
Good. You be careful.
All right. Well, thank you, Jean.
Thank you,
Love
Jean.
you.
Love you too. Anyway, we've got to hit this break. We'll be right back.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM. When it's Chevy, it's Riverside.
With SRN News, I'm Bob Agnew in Washington. Gas prices have jumped past an average of $4 a gallon. It's the first time that's happened since 2022 as fuel prices continue to soar worldwide amid the war in Iran. According to AAA, the national average for a gallon of regular unleaded gas is now $4.02, more than $1 higher than it was before the war began. U.S. stocks are jolting higher and recovering a little bit of their losses because of the war. The S&P 500 jumped by 2.4% today, early trading. Right now, it is the Dow Jones Industrial Average up by 993 points, the S&P up 158, and the Nasdaq up by 713. U.S. consumer confidence inched higher in March despite soaring energy prices brought on by the war. The Conference Board said its consumer confidence index rose to 91.8 in March, up from 91 in February. This is SRN News.
Have you noticed losing weight is harder than it used to be? You're eating better and exercising, but the scale barely moves? The real problem isn't willpower, it's metabolic dysfunction. And standard dieting just makes it worse. PhD Weight Loss has helped thousands fix the root cause of stubborn weight. Take their free metabolic assessment at fixmyweightloss.com. Fixmyweightloss.com. It's quick, personalized, and shows why your body is resisting weight loss so you know exactly what to fix. Visit fixmyweightloss.com. That's fixmyweightloss.com.
Americans have a big healthcare problem. Over 100 million citizens carry medical debt while paying for overpriced and complicated health insurance. As Christians, we don't have to pay for a broken system. Christian Healthcare Ministries is an alternative to health insurance at half the cost. Plus, you can enroll at any time. Stand up to health insurance with a biblical solution. Join CHM today by visiting chministries.org/wellness. That's chministries.org/wellness.
The Rich Thomas Weather Network, brought to you by Montgomery Paint and Body. From little fender benders to total body repair, MPB will fix it good as new, maybe better. For 4 decades, the Turner family has been getting you back on the road. Call 279-7325.
Rich Thomas Weather.
Well, hi, everybody. It's going to be a very warm last day of March with a good bit of sunshine today mixed in with some clouds, and there could be some spotty, random afternoon and evening storms somewhere in the area. Most towns, I think, will stay dry. High today, 84. Low tonight, 60. I think we'll be in the middle 80s on Wednesday and Thursday as well. First 2 days of April. And again, each day through the end of the week, look for random, spotty afternoon and evening storms scattered about the area. Many towns will get skipped. Meanwhile, the warmth will continue. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Feeling the pressure of high credit card rates? ASE Credit Union has you covered with a low 1.99% APR on balance transfers. Move your balances in March or April and lock in that 1.99% rate through your October statement. Visit ASE Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
1819 News.
The new chairman of the Alabama Republican Party, Scott Stadhagen, feels very optimistic about the chances of a bill being passed that would close primaries for both parties in the state. That bill is being considered by the Alabama State Senate. In the last few days of this legislative session, Stadhagen spoke about it on Right Side Radio with Allison Sinclair.
I'm optimistic. I think the Senate is going to take a strong look at it, and very hopeful. I've heard good things and bad things. I think just the biggest thing is just educating everyone and letting them, even people that I talk to around the state, they're confused. Well, I want my voice to be heard. Well, your voice is in the general. If you're an independent, if you want to be a part of the party, yes, come on, let's go. And that's it.
That's a really actually good point. I think a lot of voters around the country, but especially in Alabama, we forget how important the primary election is. People wait until the general, and really in Alabama, the primary is the election. So it's super important for us to understand that.
I'll be back with more Alabama stories after this.
The news cycle can be overwhelming, to say the least. Andrea Tice cuts through all the noise with the daily detail from 1819 News. Alabama and national news in just 10 to 15 minutes. What you need to know before you start your day. Find the daily detail wherever you get your podcast.
The Ozark City School Board has voted unanimously for their next school superintendent. The board is now offering the job to Marcelena Williams, who has 25 years of teaching and administrative experience. Williams is currently working as the principal for Carroll High School. Williams has her bachelor's and master's degree in education from Troy University and Auburn University. I'm Andrea Tice.
For more news affecting Alabamians, go to 1819news.com. And while you're there, subscribe to the daily newsletter.
This is Jennifer Pestruccelli, General Sales Manager and co-owner of Blue Water Broadcasting. We're home to 7 radio stations at a rapidly expanding digital marketing platform, and we're looking for our next great sales professional. At Blue Water, you'll build customized campaigns that include radio and targeted digital marketing solutions. You'll prospect new clients, manage your own accounts, and work in a fast-paced, creative environment. Media or digital sales experience is a plus. Send your resume to jobs@bluewaterbroadcasting.com. Blue Water Broadcasting, local folks helping local business.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number 1 in the number 2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
We get this question all the time.
Do you handle that?
Buying or selling a home?
Yes.
Commercial?
Yes.
Land or investments?
Absolutely. Hannah and Eddie Realty Group. One team.
Every real estate move. 334-322-0662.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-345-2789. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-345-2789. That's 800-345-2789. For $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-345-2789.
The views and opinions of the following program are solely those of the host and other contributors. These do not necessarily represent those of Liberty Acquisitions 825, Blue Water Broadcasting, its management, staff, or any advertisers. It's time for Montgomery's conversational radio show. It's News and Views on News Talk 93.1 FM. To join the conversation, call 272-9228.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. And look, we really haven't talked about the Iran war all show.
Yes, we did. I think it was off air when I mentioned that we have 3 jet skis to fill up now instead of 2.
Oh, so you're looking at that $4 a gallon gas.
Not liking it.
And is boat gas the same as like gas for your car?
No, if you get it at the marina, you're going to pay a lot more. But if you get it at the gas station, you'll pay average price, but then you got to tote it.
What grade do you need in that? Diesel?
No.
You got a diesel jet ski?
Yeah, I wish. Susanna's takes, I think, 93 and mine's 87. So, but it's just, come on, man, we're fixed to have summer.
Yeah.
And 1776 crap all over again, and we're having $4 a gallon gas. That's not going to help.
Better get you a boat with a paddle.
Eddie's out there
And somebody's
blasting
gonna paddle
his overplayed Kid Rock, singing "Sweet Home Alabama."
I might have had that on this morning.
It's
I might have
great.
had that on this morning.
It's not a bad song.
It's
I'm just
not.
saying it's been played a lot.
Well, it has, but up on Lake Jordan, it's still a top 10 hit.
By the way, walk into Kid Rock's bar just to experience Broadway
Yeah.
in Nashville. First song the cover band plays is "Sweet Home Alabama." I'm like, what is?
Did they know you were coming?
No, no, that's not how I felt. I'm like, what is this? I can't escape it.
Was it at least a good cover?
Yeah. Oh, that's a great band. Oh yeah, you go down there. Those
I've seen
the
I heard
folks
some of the
playing on
covers.
Broadway in Nashville can play.
Oh yeah. Well, just the folks on the street play pretty good too.
Yeah. No, really good band. Anyway, we can get to the war, I suppose, in a second here. But first, let's go to James, who's been very patient. Hey, James, how you doing?
Oh, Sweet Home Alabama all summer long. Oh, that was tired when he came out with it, whatever year it was.
And what is it? A combination of that and Werewolves of London or something?
Yeah, it was some kind of. It was not good. Not in my humble opinion. Okay, I'm sorry, but even when it first came out, it was just like, ugh. But I mean, to each her own.
Indeed.
Okay, years ago, a federal judge in California identified fluoride as a neurotoxin. And it's no secret that fluoride is a neurotoxin. And there are some other nefarious things going on out there with fluoride, and some conspiracy theory, or whether it's true or not, about the super fluoride that's been shuttled around out there and dumped in some water supplies.
Mm-hmm.
But several months ago, and I don't know if this was in 2025 or 2024, but it's been some time ago, and it was an article that was written, and it was in the Advisor. I'm sure you're familiar with the Advisor.
Mm-hmm.
All right? So the article basically said there's no excuse for every water system in the state of Alabama to not have its fluoride, and it was less than 40%. I can't remember if it was 33% of the water systems or 38, but it was one of those two numbers, somewhere in there, that had fluoride, and the rest, Joey, for whatever reason, no fluoride. And basically, those systems were being scolded in the article for not having it. And this was a piece that was in the Advisor, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's supposed to be like pro-education, pro-young people. So where is the disconnect, Joey? Who is it that hadn't got the word yet that fluoride is a neurotoxin? Is it a neurotoxin, or is that just something that they got out there as fear-mongering? Which is it?
I don't know. I think people haven't gotten with the program. The folks have been drinking fluoride all their life.
Well, I think I'm out here in one of the systems that doesn't have the fluoride, Joey. Okay.
Honestly, I've never personally looked deeply into it. I know I don't really drink tap water anymore, though.
Okay. It's just straight out nasty. I can remember when I was a kid, they'd say, "Oh, that water in Prattville, it's bad. It's bad." And I'll tell you something else about that. What I've been told, their tap water comes from the Coosa River. It doesn't even come out from the aquifer. And it's got PFAS chemicals in it. And the human being that communicated that to me should know. But, I mean, don't you find that interesting? You got all that nice, wonderful water from the aquifer, and I don't know if that's Gordo or Utah, because there are two that run right through here. And the city of Prattville doesn't get its water from either one of those.
I didn't know
That strikes me as odd. But I would bet you that the concrete siding company, they get their water from there, unless they're making the concrete siding with water that's got PFAS chemicals in it. I mean, would that make a lot of sense to you, Joey? Think about it. All those people in the summertime that are watering their yards in Prattville are watering it with chemicals or with PFAS chemicals in the water.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, somehow that just doesn't sound right to me. But I'm just a simpleton from a little town in Autauga County.
Well,
Joey,
you're going over my head, so I appreciate it.
Well, ta-ta.
Enjoy that well water. I grew up on well water.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't have all the fancy city fluoride problems.
Yeah, when I asked AI, it says Prattville receives its water primarily from a system of 18 deep underground artisanal wells operated by Prattville Waterworks Board. So, yeah, that's just AI. I don't know. Like, he was saying stuff like, I've never really looked into this.
Would you buy water in the bottle if it was guaranteed to taste like the water that used to come out of the hose?
Yeah, man.
Just
like
a little bit
but
of that
on
rubber thing.
not just any day.
Yeah.
Like on a
It's gotta be a hot
summer day.
Yeah.
It's got to be hot water, too. It can't be cold water.
No. It's got to be that first couple of feet that came out. Yeah, that was the hot stuff.
Yeah, you got to be careful. Oh, and by the way, like normal hose, easy to do, right?
Oh, yeah.
Drink out of the hose. The big ones they have for ball fields, don't do that. I'm just saying. Might have made that mistake once.
They didn't have the PVC pipe with the drill holes in them?
No, because I was at Parks and Rec. I was way too old to have made that mistake, by the way.
I know, but
it was hot.
It was a good one to learn.
No, and most days when I worked at Parks and Rec, we were the ball field truck over there, a good one. We didn't work at all, which was great.
Getting hot in the back of that truck.
Got paid not to work.
Yeah.
Though the reason that you have fully staffed up, there were certain days you did really work and you needed all the people you could get. So I'm not knocking up too bad. And there was one day we had to resod the big field completely and recut the infield. And daggum, that's the day where I made the mistake because I was hot.
Probably a little dehydrated, wasn't clearly thinking. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The guy,
water.
That's some force coming out of that hose right there. Daggum. The things you learn.
Oh, yeah. Well,
my favorite day at Parks and Rec.
What's that?
Pulled up to the Goodwin ball field, and drove kind of into the back to one of the back little fields.
Yeah.
And there was a few pieces of trash in the outfield, in left field, and there was a tarp that had come undone. We folded the tarp, picked up those few pieces of trash. They go, good work, boys. Let's make windshield time till lunch.
And you say you've never had a federal job.
No, I had a city job. City job's different.
I see a lot of similarities, Joey.
No, about that time, Montgomery started going down.
You noticed that too, huh?
Yeah, no, and there's one dude that called me and my buddy John, who worked at Parks and Rec, just always called us Tom Cruise. And finally my buddy John's like, why do you keep calling me Tom Cruise? He goes, you white, ain't you? And it's like, well, that's a good point you made, son.
I noticed that time of year the baseball lines weren't that straight.
Or there.
No, we did good lines.
I don't know.
You play a good one?
We had to play, I think All-Star we played a good one. But no, other than that, we were Island Gardens. Or Chisholm.
Yeah.
The real fields.
The real fields.
We're men, baby. But you hear the lion roar all night long.
You do think back, some of the practice fields, God love folks, but they had no business running around athletically on some of those practice fields.
The worst, though, when I lived in Alaska, our baseball fields weren't red dirt. They were just shale rock. And so you caught little one-hoppers constantly in the chin, in the forehead. And then you had so many geese. The outfield was just one big goose poop. It wasn't fun.
Geese.
I'm surprised y'all actually played.
Oh, yeah. You had to start the league indoor. You had to start practice indoor.
And there's such a difference, like... on Sunday, I just got done with Mass, and we're outside the church. I'm talking to Mike, and all of a sudden, this hawk, his wings unfurled, like glides right over our heads, over the top of the church. And I'm like, what a beautiful, magnificent animal, and what a beautiful, magnificent day. Literally seeing the sun riding on the clouds. And then the other day, as I'm walking in to go work out, there was a goose above me. And I'm like, I became murderous. I'm like, what is this fresh hell? There's this like especially the Canadian geese?
Yes, which are not natural to Alabama. Somebody always told us the zoo brought them in. I don't know.
Did y'all see where that rare bird was spotted at Lake Martin?
Did see that.
A booby?
Yeah. I was surprised a redneck ain't shot it and had it mounted. It's a booby bird, and it's very rare. Yeah.
Looks like chicken wings, man.
Mm-hmm.
What's the one that's the ribeye of the sky?
Some sort of crane.
Crane, yeah.
Oh, yeah, but the cranes are, you don't want to kill cranes. Yeah, they're stupid fun birds, man.
Apparently it's really tasty.
Yeah, the ribeye of the sky.
Yeah.
Just get a ribeye. They're pretty good.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Anyway. 272-9228. That's 334-272-9228. Did you see that Fidel Castro's own grandson sat down with CNN? Like, cracks open a beer. Like literally is like, yeah, I'd kind of like the Cuba to be opened up. We'd love to be capitalist.
See this. Who had this on? This is
CNN got this interview.
Really?
And pretty great interview. So here's a little excerpt of
Do we
that.
really know if he's related to Fidel?
Well, he is. He does look like Justin Trudeau.
It is CNN, so
let's listen in.
We actually would welcome, he says, speaking for himself, a deal with Donald Trump. I don't like his threats, is what he told me. But if he opens up the island, if he improves the economy here, then it could all work out for the best. And so let's just listen to this conversation, which was more than a little surprising. What would your grandfather, Fidel Castro, say that you're more capitalist than communist?
My grandfather was a person who had his principles like everyone else, but he also respected others' opinions. That's my way of thinking.
But all the capitalists had to leave Cuba.
There are many people in Cuba that think in a capitalistic way. There are many people here who want to have capitalism with sovereignty.
When we arrived for the interview, the neighborhood Castro lives in is in a blackout, a near constant condition these days with the U.S. oil blockade and power plants breaking down. Sandro Castro's apartment is lit by an electric generator, but from his balcony, the surrounding houses are in near total darkness. He shows me his one-bedroom bachelor pad, how he lacks...
Okay, what... Wow.
Come on, you buy this? Any of this from this guy?
Not really, but I think it's funny that
I
CNN
think it's
did
hysterical that they found somebody. I think they went to get a taxi
on the beaches of South Beach. Man.
I think they went to get a taxi at the airport, and the guy's like, "Oh yeah, I'm related to Fidel."
And
Just like in Jamaica, everybody's related to Bob Marley.
Paints for the wall. How his fridge is nearly empty, except for the Cuban beer he's always drinking. I point out that the appliance is a foreign brand that most Cubans could never hope to afford. His famous last name, Sandro Castro wants people to know, doesn't come with any special treatment in a Cuba on the edge of economic collapse.
I think that's BS.
A lot of it.
We have to fight, as we say in Cuba. It's tough. So tough.
Even for a Castro. Hasta para un Castro es duro.
Because you suffer through thousands of problems in a day. There might not be electricity, no water. Goods don't arrive. It's so hard, really hard.
But being a Castro...
He doesn't look like he's struggling that
Doesn't
much.
look like he's struggling
Just
at all.
from the way he's sitting, crossing his
Very
legs.
comfortably there, Joey.
Sinking into that couch.
Very comfortable couch.
Something about a $3 bill.
Yeah. Yeah.
Good job seeing that.
I think they got duped again.
Those poor souls. Actually, some of the foreign policy reporters, I like them. There are actual people out there that just want to do like straight up reporting on interesting topics in different organizations. But man, some of the
Where are they?
They're few and far
Well, no,
between.
CNN did a pretty the El Salvador max security prison did a tour of that, and it's very well done. It wasn't like shaming them or something. It actually gave heed to, no, this cleaned up this place. It heard both sides of the argument, so to speak.
I know, but that just makes me mad because that shows that they can do it. They just
Just refuse to.
Oh no! As soon as there is anything that has a political bearing, it's crap. No, for instance, like you could read like a New York Times write-up on the guy who traverses Antarctica and like breaks the record or something, or climbs Everest, and it will be some of the best reporting you've ever seen. Like they really do pay for very talented people. But as soon as you get away from those human interest stories and and you get into anything political, it's always very cleverly framed to a particular perspective and benefit, often not rewarding those that are, say, challenging the system and the status quo.
I think you're being kind when you say it's clever.
Oh, it is clever.
Sometimes.
Oh, no, sometimes it is retarded. I agree with you. But it can be clever, too. You got to give the devil his due.
Mm-hmm.
But here's a moment where it ain't clever, and it's indeed a bit demonic. I first saw Bishop Robert Barron sharing this, but it's Representative Riley Moore. And he shared a screenshot from the New York Times, calling it a new low. Let me first read what the New York Times put out. This has to do with Christians being killed in Nigeria, which apparently Nicki Minaj knew Trump was a Christian president when Trump bombed Nigeria around Christmas. How Christian.
Very Christian.
But this is what the Times put out, talking about this guy from West Virginia, Riley Moore. Representative Riley Moore, West Virginia, is one of several U.S. congressmen who have falsely claimed that there is a Christian genocide happening in Nigeria. Analysts say that the situation in the country is much more complex than Nigeria, and that Nigerians of many faiths have been killed. Much of the violence, they say, is fueled by criminals rather than religious or ethnic tensions. Riley Moore responded saying this is disgusting, a new low even for the New York Times. It's been barely a day since Nigeria was rocked by this horrific attack by radical Islamic terrorists against peaceful Christians. And the Times couldn't bother to ask for comment before running its anti-Christian hit piece. Here's what I would have said if you asked for comment. How many more Christians need to be slaughtered by Muslims, particularly on holy days, before the failing New York Times acknowledges that Christians in Nigeria are being massacred for their faith in our Lord and Savior? It's pretty obvious if you aren't trying to pass your radical political agenda off as news. The bishop jumps in, Bishop Robert Barron, saying, I'm happy to share this post by my friend, Representative Riley Moore. Both Congressman Moore and I have been following for some time the story of the brutal anti-Christian persecution underway in Nigeria. To suggest, as the New York Times does, that these attacks are not motivated fundamentally by anti-Christian animus is simply absurd. I suppose the editors of the paper of record feel that it was just an odd coincidence that a purportedly tribal and economically motivated assault took place on Palm Sunday. Anyone who studies these murders that have taken place over many decades and fails to see an anti-religious pattern is blind. So there are times where it's a stupid segment about Fidel Castro's grandson, or it's, the stupid palace intrigue of the day. But there is often, I don't want to assume too much, but it is fascinating how anybody that says this was anti-Christian, like Christians are being murdered en masse in far-off lands for believing in Christ, that the corporate media, like the New York Times is the crown jewel of corporate media, always finds a way to say, no, anti-Christian bias doesn't exist. In fact, it's always the Christians that are the problem. And in fact, have you heard of all the sins of, like, say, the Catholic Church? Or, hey, can we get into all the sins of the Baptist Church and the Methodist Church and all this stuff? And it's always on them. But this is to be expected. It's been going on since, Christ came to earth.
Nothing
to
new,
be
brother.
expected.
They're just wrong, man. I mean, I think I told you had a buddy, ex-military, pretty BA. He told me he and some of his friends on their own went over to protect the Christians. He flat out said that's why they were going. Now, this was back in probably November, December.
Yeah.
But from his mouth.
Well, there's a lot of folks who have been paying attention to it, and but that's what you can expect from the elite circles of the United States of America. They really don't want to give up their favorite whipping boy, which is, I guess, the white patriarchal Christian power structure that has oppressed the world. Didn't improve things for anybody.
No, strictly oppression.
And that's what's so crazy. We were talking the other day about, I'm happy to look at history, warts and all. In fact, that's what you should do, is look at the sins? How are you yourself nailing Christ to the cross again? How are you, again, like people did that day at Calvary, mocking him, being indifferent to him? Like, that should be a central part of being a Christian, is seeing when you and others fall into those patterns, because we are fallen. But then to remove out of history a lot of the grace and the incredible achievements of this civilization, it's getting a little old.
Yeah.
And when it's done, in particular, not to have an honest conversation about the warts, but instead I'm going to point out the warts so I get power over you.
Yeah.
And use your past sins that you didn't even commit
against you
as a cudgel for political power. It's just getting old. It's getting real old. But a lot of folks keep buying into it. To them, I would say, think and pray harder.
Speaking of, Kamala's up in the polls for the Democrats. You see that?
Yeah, she is.
Yeah. I just thought that was a nice little tie
Sweet.
in there with takes all kinds.
I'm a better looking person than Kamala.
Indeed it does. This part of the program brought to you by Montgomery Men's Health, and they're at Montgomery Men's Health. They're ready to help you men out.
Yep.
And, it could be you're a young man, and you really feel awful, like in your 20s. Well, there are a lot of issues. Maybe it has to do with the fluoride conversation. I don't know.
Could be.
Where young men, just like the average young man, doesn't have as much testosterone as like the average 60-something-year-old. His grandfather has more testosterone.
Yeah.
And men naturally start to lose testosterone as they get older. And so you got to wonder what's happening. And if you feel like crap, like you can't put on muscle mass, and it's very easy to get fat. You see that waistline growing. You don't really have any confidence in throughout life, or God forbid, in the bedroom. Well, there are ways to fix that, gentlemen.
Yes,
Just get by Montgomery Men's Health. And instead of using the fly-by-night online pills where you're talking to a chat bot and you're not even sure what you're getting is the exact right thing for you,
right?
Instead, get an in-person consultation there with Montgomery Men's Health, and they get their labs done quickly, and with urology-backed medicine, they can create a personalized treatment plan, and particularly have a whole menu of options depending on where you are in life. Now, of course, this definitely goes for guys in their 50s and 60s. Again, naturally, men start to lose that pep in their step and start to lose their edge, and Montgomery Men's Health can give that back to you, whether it's general low T problems or it's problem with ED and low performance. You all get by Montgomery Men's Health, powered by Men's Pro. You can always make an appointment by calling them direct at 440-3663. That's 440-3663, or you can book online in under 30 seconds at MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Montgomery Men's Health, for every man in every season of life.
He may not know whether he's coming or going, but whether you're going to work or coming home, Greg Budell is there. Mornings, 6 till 9, and afternoons, 3 till 6. Only on News Talk 93.1 FM, WACV.
For many homeowners, there's untapped reserves hiding in plain sight. It's not in the savings account. It's not in the stock market. It's right under your roof. Now more than ever, homeowners are sitting on record levels of home equity, and that equity belongs to you. It can be used to consolidate high-interest credit card debt, to pay expensive school tuition, to cover medical expenses, to invest in renovations, you name it, because that money is yours. This isn't about taking on unnecessary debt. It's about using an asset you already own to improve your financial position and your quality of life. The key is understanding your options and choosing the strategy that fits your goals. Let's see what's possible with the equity in your home. Give us a call at Alabama Home Mortgage today at 334-567-4223, or visit us online at myalabamahomemortgage.com. That's Alabama Home Mortgage, because there is a difference in mortgage companies. NMLS 1586368, Equal Housing Lender.
This is your roving reporter. Today I'm talking with a man from outer space.
What's up, Earthling?
I see you've landed your spacecraft over there in that field.
That's right, man.
My question is, why have you landed here on our planet?
I came to see David Ernest.
The asset preservationist?
Yeah, man. I wanted to see if he would take a look at my portfolio for me.
Well, before you make the trip over there, call him on his toll-free number, 833-596-7233. 833. And I understand those last 4 digits spell out the word safe. That is correct. Funny thing happened the last time I came to Earth. What was that? I went to the Walmart, man. Yes. And I accidentally went in the back door. How did that work out? Well, they stopped me and very gently told me that I needed to go around front and come in. And then what did you do? I said, cool, man. Take me to your greeter. You flew millions of miles just for that. Hey, man, I don't write them. I just read them.
For too long, Alabama's statewide news companies have shamed us for our conservative Christian values. Alabama deserves a news company that cherishes our culture, a company that isn't bought and paid for by the powers that be. 1819 News is that company. Run by Alabamians for Alabamians, 1819 News celebrates what is good and beautiful about our state, while exposing those who work against our values in secret. Just go to 1819news.com to learn more. Subscribe to our newsletter. That's 1819news.com.
The 22nd Annual Autism Crawfish Boil benefiting Easter Seals of Central Alabama is April 11th at Riverwalk Stadium. Proceeds from this fun family event benefit autism programs at Easter Seals of Central Alabama. Enjoy all-you-can-eat crawfish, live music, and even a baseball game. The Autism Crawfish Boil, April 11th at Riverwalk Stadium. Stay and eat or grab them to go. Scan or visit mudbugball.com to purchase tickets and get info on curbside pickup.
If you own a home and need cash, you can unlock thousands of dollars from your home equity quickly and easily. Call LendGo today at 888-407-7095. At LendGo, you can find out how much cash you could get with a home equity loan in just 2 minutes. It's free, there's no obligation, and it won't affect your credit score. Use the money for anything. Pay off high-interest debt, make home improvements, or just give your budget some breathing room. Best of all, you keep your low mortgage rate while you're getting the cash you need. See how much you can get today. Call 888-407-7095. That's 888-407-7095. Or visit lendgo.com. That's LENDGO.com. Homeowners nationwide are doing it. Now it's your turn. Call 888-407-7095 today. LendGo, where homeowners go to get cash. 888-407-7095.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is #1 in the #2 business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
Rich Thomas weather brought to you by M&M Outdoors. Book your stay today at MNMCampground.com for relaxation at its best. It's easy to find and hard to leave. M&M Outdoors, your home away from home.
Rich Thomas weather.
Well, hi, everybody. It's going to be a very warm last day of March with a good bit of sunshine today mixed in with some clouds, and there could be some spotty, random afternoon and evening storms somewhere in the area. Most towns, I think, will stay dry. High today, 84. Low tonight, 60. I think we'll be in the middle 80s on Wednesday and Thursday as well. First 2 days of April. And again, each day through the end of the week, look for random, spotty afternoon and evening storms scattered about the area. Many towns will get skipped. Meanwhile, the warmth will continue. From the Blue Water Weather Center, this is Rich Thomas.
Feeling the pressure of high credit card rates? ASE Credit Union has you covered with a low 1.99% APR on balance transfers. Move your balances in March or April and lock in that 1.99% rate through your October statement. Visit ASE Credit Union today. Federally insured by NCUA. Terms and conditions apply.
Live local talk. The River Region's only 24-hour News Talk FM station. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. I guess the Charlie Kirk trial is continuing on. The Daily Mail was running with this whole thing about how the ATF found the casing it was inconclusive with matching the rifle, the 30-06. Okay. And when you look into it, actually, a lot of time that's the case. So they didn't say not a match. They said inconclusive because of being shattered or something. And it looks like the defense is wanting to call the roommate, wanting to call a bunch of people around Tyler Robinson.
Hold on, the casing was shattered?
Yeah, something like that. I pull up what I got here. Let's see.
I'm shocked that bullet didn't match.
Yeah, the Daily Mail ran with the headline, bullet used to kill Charlie Kirk did not match rifle allegedly used by suspect Tyler Robinson, new court filing claims.
So
one response to that is, what a misleading headline from the Daily Mail. The ATF ran a tool mark analysis on a bullet jacket fragment recovered from Charlie's autopsy. The result was quote-unquote inconclusive, not no match.
It'd be pretty tough.
The jacket was too fragmented to compare, which also partially explains the lack of an exit wound. The bullet shattered on impact. Inconclusive means insufficient evidence to draw any conclusions. It doesn't mean the bullet did not match the rifle, like the headline says. The defense wants to use inconclusive as exculpatory evidence, but the prosecution wants to run chemical or molecular analysis comparing the jacket alloy to ammunition recovered with the gun. Unlike tool mark analysis, it doesn't require an intact bullet. The defense is trying to block that testing from happening. That's the nuance of the real story.
There you go.
Yeah. But I suspect we can get a lot of this. Like every high-profile court case, we get a lot of this. And I'm at the point, especially with a lot of these, I'll generally pay attention, but I'm not sitting in the jury box. And this case, like every other, will come down to what those jurors are presented.
Exactly right.
If you're a trained lawyer and you love this stuff, you just want to nerd out about it, God love you, go for it. But
God love you.
We'll see. Yeah. And there was also, I think, wanting not to have cameras, and
at this point,
the defense doesn't want cameras.
Why doesn't every courtroom already have built-in cameras so we don't have this discussion anymore? It's ridiculous.
Anyway.
Jury pool.
It's just, I get it, but at the same time, crap.
Yeah, the prosecution intends to call Tyler Robinson's parents and his roommate and romantic partner, Lance Twiggs, to testify at the preliminary hearing. The people closest to him, Tyler Robinson, his parents, and his boyfriend he lived with, are the prosecution's witnesses. The defense is asking for a 6-month delay.
Why, Joey?
They received over 600,000 files on March 12th alone. Discovery is still incomplete, and their forensic biologist said she needs 6 months to review the evidence.
Delay.
The preliminary hearing is currently set for May the 18th. But again, it's the prosecution intends to call Tyler Robinson's parents and his roommate/romantic partner, Lance Twiggs. Prosecution, not the defense. So we'll see. Delay will probably be the tactic.
I just hate that in our legal system in general.
Yeah.
I know it's a tactic and it works.
It's real.
But I hate it.
But, okay, we got two things here.
All right.
First, there's a new scorecard out. This shouldn't take long, but it's a new headline in 1819 News. See how Tuberville Britt scored on Heritage Action's conservative rankings this session.
Okay.
Can we do a club after that?
Yeah, we can. Well, I did that yesterday.
Okay.
But
can we do it for the state legislature? It's one of my favorite things to do.
No, after this, in a second, Will Ainsworth had a special guest.
Yes, he did.
Come meet him at his office.
Yes, he did.
I didn't think we need to have this gentleman on.
I agree with you 1,000%.
Sharp-dressed man.
Erica would like to, not Erica Kirk, I'm sorry. Erica from 1819 wants to come down here for that interview. Wants to be in studio.
Like, what does Erica Kirk want to go to the studio?
I'm obsessed with her Sue and Drewski right now.
Is she Sue and Drewski right now?
Yeah, over that skit.
Oh, I didn't even see it. I've kind of purposely blocked out all the nonsense around it.
It's nonsense.
Yeah.
What it is.
But Alabama's elected officials were recently evaluated by the conservative grassroots organization Heritage Action on their key votes and sponsorship.
All right.
Since the beginning of the current legislative session. Y'all want to guess first? Like, it's out of 100%. Like, guess the range for first Coach Tuberville and then for Senator Katie Britt.
By Heritage?
Heritage Action, yeah.
I'm going to say Coach is 94.
Okay.
Upper 80s, 88.
You're saying 88 for Coach, and then for Katie?
86.
Yeah, I'm coming down a little bit with her, too. I'd say 82.
The Yellowhammer State's two senators, Tuberville and Britt, received mixed scores, with Tuberville earning a 98% rating.
All right.
It's all right. And Britt a 73% rating from Heritage Action. So higher than you thought for Tuberville, lower than you thought for Katy.
I knew there would be a difference. I didn't think it'd be that wide of a difference, though.
Heritage stated mission is to fight for conservative policies in Washington, D.C. and in state capitals across the country.
Sorry, I was thinking of all these. I was just thinking of all these political ads that are coming out, and had to do that voice.
Use that, man.
We turn ideas into bills and bills into law.
Following your values.
Dr. Kevin Roberts, who I generally like Kevin Roberts, says, I got to keep doing the voice. The Heritage Action Scorecard is the ultimate litmus test for whether conservatives in Congress are in alignment with their campaign promises. The American people elected a majority Republican Congress with clear expectations. This scorecard shows, in no uncertain terms, lawmakers who are meeting those expectations and those who are falling short.
Really?
The organization also listed Tuberville's lifetime score as 89%, while Britt's lifetime score was 64%.
Ooh.
Compared with the average Senate Republican, Tuberville and Britt both received an 84% rating.
It's probably a lot of spending stuff.
Yeah, but honestly, how many people vote because of what Heritage Action
Thank
says?
you.
Like for Tuberville or for Britt.
Well,
Right.
when you factor in how much money they pump into the primaries
True.
indirectly, they probably end up voting for a lot of their candidates.
Oh, that's
Either them
fair.
or for club.
That's fair.
Yeah, you're probably right. Now that I think about it, they're kind of going to be hidden in the background
Well, I'll
there.
just be blunt and say it out loud. If they can put Katie Britt at 50%. I guess the most vulnerable a sitting senator is the first time you're an incumbent, the first re-election you have to do.
That's the only time they're really vulnerable.
Right. And if they don't beat her then, which, unless somebody comes out of the clear blue sky that's got charisma for days, that has
Doesn't take a
money
lot.
for days,
Doesn't take a lot.
she ain't going to be beat.
Unless somebody comes out of the woodwork with the last name of Saban. She's not going to be
Yeah,
beat.
you're pretty much right.
Let's be
You're pretty
honest
much
about
right
this.
there.
That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
And you better believe, I'm pretty sure she's already introduced herself to the Sabins.
You think?
Yeah.
Ooh, who do you think kissed the ring first?
What do you mean?
Well, with Trump, he had to kind of bow down and kiss the ring of Katie. So I'm wondering if Saban and Katie met, who was the first to go put their hand out? Say, it was a pleasure to meet you.
Well, I think because the ties to the university, I bet.
You think Coach put his hand out?
No, man. I think Coach put his hand out, yes.
I wonder who needs whose.
I think this is just an ugly image.
No, I think I'm like Byron on this. Who needs who more? Yes, they need each other. Could very use, but at the same time, that's a lot of relationships.
Yeah. So my point though is Heritage Action doesn't have a lot of bearing on say, like this open seat. Like these sort of things can come into play.
Okay.
But you've got a sitting senator who won very handily in the first time in 2022, coming out of nowhere against Trump. Unless you got Saban is the last name, or just. Like somebody who is just going to be astounding to you.
Somebody that saves 20 children in a burning building.
Right.
I mean,
it's got to be some epic
That person
thing.
better have $10 million behind them.
You ain't beating Katie at this game. It's just not happening.
She's so captivating.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's an interesting word. Covers all sort of manners of sins and blessings.
Yes, it does.
272-9228. That's 334-272-9228. That brings us to the Lieutenant Governor, Will Ainsworth.
All right.
Well, by the way,
got a photo up there, doesn't he?
After poking fun at him a little bit at the
he's a good
beginning,
guy.
which
Come on.
no, I did, but it was fun to poke fun at him because he didn't know who the heck is this kid.
Right.
It's just fun to mess with these folks sometimes.
Oh, I agree.
But I've seeing him in public life and getting to know him a little better. What a man! Seriously, I really enjoyed that he decided not to run for the United States Senate when he was clearly being groomed to run for it. He said he called a shot that my ambition goes to governor.
Yep.
And he doesn't want to be away from his kids. I know for a fact, I hope I'm not revealing too much, he will haul butt out of town to get to kids' ball games, to get to family event. Good man. And so, just wanted to put that out.
All right.
I'm looking here at Will Ainsworth, the Lieutenant Governor of the great state of Alabama, taking a photo with a sharp-dressed man. I like that crimson and red jacket.
Mm-hmm.
With Jermaine Brown.
Yes, sir. Future Democrat candidate for governor.
And Will Ainsworth said after posting this on his own X page, as a conservative Republican, I enjoyed meeting the future Democrat nominee for Alabama governor, Jamel J. Brown.
Mm-hmm.
His platform has something that every Democrat can embrace. Jamel is a nice guy, and our conversation was a fun one. Indeed.
That's kind of how I see it. You know, we've had a lot of different people in here on different sides of the political aisle that, laughingly, we have a lot more in common with than we ever thought would.
Yeah, because politics ain't the most important thing.
That's all right, Joey.
But then you got to make political distinctions and win campaigns, and so
Yeah.
But you're gonna invite Jamel?
Yes, sir.
To the
I'll
show?
get on it this
Love to
afternoon.
talk to him.
I know some people that know him very personally. I'll reach out to him.
Okay. We'll talk to him.
I love it. Just make sure you talk to Erica too. Does she really want to come down?
Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas. She want to come down for this.
Okay, we can try to work something out. But Erica's busy.
Yeah, but it's Jamel.
That's
Jermaine
true.
Brown.
I like his Twerking Tuesdays idea, man.
Dude, he's got some great ideas.
Well, he's trying to bring some fun back into the
Definitely,
political
especially to the
Back in
governor's
shape,
mansion.
man. Getting people in shape.
He wants to bring fun to the governor's mansion. It's tired of it just sitting there and being unused. I mean, he's got plans for it every day and every night of the week.
And by the way, I'm well aware of, we'll get the Democrats to nominate Jamel Brown. And I'm like, okay, careful what you wish for.
Yeah.
Because you're going to do liberal boomer slop Doug Jones, and Doug is going to lose again to Coach Tuberville, unless some Hail Mary of a legal play is thrown at Tuberville and knocks him out or something. I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay.
It's not going to be by Doug Jones' own power and the Democratic Party's own power here in Alabama. But wouldn't it be a lot more fun that running across in the general election against Tommy Tuberville was Jamel Jermaine Brown? And I would say to you conservatives, be careful what you wish for. You got a guy with charisma for days. I'm not saying he would win, but it actually might be a more
entertaining,
not just entertaining. Indeed, I bet he gets better numbers than Doug Jones.
Oh, there's no doubt about that.
He does. Here's what I mean.
Locally, no doubt.
A lot of people in this state, what are turnout rates? A lot of these people in this state do not vote and would never vote for Tuberville or Doug Jones. No, they just don't care.
But
DC money will come in for Jones.
But DC money doesn't stop people, and I hate saying like me, that just want to, they do it for the joke.
But there's thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of people in this state that don't vote, that don't care. But if they start to see essentially a TikTok, Facebook star who's got good name ID, who's fun, and he's very funny and hilarious. I mean, he promotes stuff that I'm like, that's probably wrong. But,
definitely.
That's a little depraved.
That's his world.
But heck, it just, we already know what the campaign's going to be between Tuberville and Doug Jones. Throw a Hail Mary, other than a legal one. See what happens.
I think it's a great idea.
As a Republican consultant, I think it's a great idea.
Oh, well, I figured that, yeah.
And that's what I kind of want. I want those Republican consultants this is a great idea, for it to kind of backfire and scare them a little bit.
Let him get a little more traction, because just because I see it online and stuff, he does have a good following in Montgomery. Is he enough to ever move anything? I don't think so. But the entertainment factor is real.
Oh, it'll be entertaining.
It is real.
You don't tell your pappy how to cut the electorate. We ain't one at a time in here. We're mass communicating.
And let's be honest.
That's a powerful new force. Shake a leg, Junior. Like
Let's
your
say-
mammy died giving birth. Should have seen you, should have died of shame. Well, hi there. How you doing?
What's the worst that could happen to guy's governor? He don't make it like a week before they'd impeach him.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
anyway.
I mean, it'd be fun.
I just want Alabama politics to be a little fun, yeah.
I would like for them two to debate.
Yes, I would too.
God, I want to be there for that.
This part of the program brought to you by Pest Pro Services, and they're at Pest Pro. Ashley and that great team are ready to help you as the bugs are coming alive.
Yes, I started my skeeter program with them yesterday.
Right.
So I look forward to having no more skeeters out there, because they were coming at pretty hard and fast this year.
And of course, the everyday stuff like the ants, the fire ants in particular. The
cockroaches?
Yeah, the cockroaches, man. Spiders.
Oh, spiders here lately? I don't know if they're breeding season or what, but they're on the move, man.
Wasps.
Yeah.
I'm still dealing with those.
Yep.
But that's more, I think, a curse I
think
brought
it's a
upon
personal
myself.
thing with you, yeah.
Not a pest control problem. I think it's more a spiritual warfare issue.
Yeah.
But they're at Pest Pro. They can help you with those great pest control services across the board. Get signed up for their monthly subscription model.
Definitely.
Where you get that basic pest control plan. You can add on top of that termite inspection and protection, as well as mosquito protection. They can help you out. So you can learn more at ppsriverregion.com or search Pest Pro Services on the Book of Faces to learn more. or just call them direct. 265-9990. That's 265-9990. It's Best Pro Services. When you want to know, call a pro. And be sure to tell them that Joey, Eddie, and Byron, those fellas on the radio, sent you.
Want to carry News Talk in your pocket? Download the News Talk 93.1 app from the App Store. Available on iPhone and Android. Never miss a moment. Download now.
If you've ever wanted to be in business for yourself, but not by yourself, and didn't know where to start, Janie King Gulf Coast has already built a foundation for you. With guaranteed initial customers, hands-on training, and ongoing local support, you'll never feel like you're doing it alone, because you won't be. For over 35 years, we've helped people turn their dreams into real successful businesses. Take the next step. Discover a business built for you at JanieKingCleans.com.
Jenny King, the king of clean.
E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free. E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, E-Bike Oasis, ride for free.
At E-Bike Oasis, we're more than just Montgomery's best electric bicycle store. E-Bike Oasis offers free 1-hour electric bicycle rentals and a full-service electric bike repair shop. Stop by E-Bike Oasis in Montgomery today for free rentals, repairs, and electric bicycle brands in town.
This hour of News and Views is brought to you by our good friends at Cole Plumbing, 279-8919. Cole Plumbing is number one in the number two business. You don't have to dig a hole. They have proprietary pipelining technology. Ask them about their tankless water heaters. Remember, when you have trouble with your bowl, call on Cole.
On FM, on your smartphone, and online, the River Region's most trusted voice. News Talk 93.1 FM WACV.
Joey Clark.
Welcome back. This part of the program, again, brought to you by Josh and Leslie Ryder there at Dillon Rings. And check out his Facebook page to see the magic at work in getting a repair job done. And again, folks, whether you're looking for repairs or you're looking for custom design work, and it could be something just in your imagination that he can make a reality, new earrings, a ring, a new pendant. He can help you out. In fact, I'm working with him, just got to the CAD drawing portion of it. It's so cool, the technology he uses and his true artistic expertise and sense of things. Really easy to work with Josh over there. Of course, they also have a great inventory, great selection from high-end to everyday jewelry items. And maybe you've got something that you wear all the time that looks like you wear it all the time and have been for years. What if it could shine and shimmer like it's brand new again? They can get a spa treatment done for you there at Dillon Rings. So check them out today. Just get by 119 Brown Springs Road, just off of Atlanta Highway here in Montgomery. And be sure to tell them that Joey, Eddie, and Byron, those fellas on the radio, sent you. Well, let's go to Ray Bowles from Prattville Carpet. Hey, Ray, how you doing?
Tired.
Tired?
Sorry. Yeah, Retta's been complaining about her desk area.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we got with our granite guys, and we got her a new top, and literally just ripped up all the flooring, all the ceramic tiles, tore everything apart in the last hour. And Dad's like, but we weren't planning on doing this. I'm like, sometimes plans change.
Yes.
Just get out of the way. I'm going to have this thing done tomorrow.
Nice.
Oh, what a day. So if you come to the store today, it is complete chaos. Everything's upside down. We have paper everywhere. You have to forgive the mess. But we will be glad to help you, or we'll come out and give you that free measurement. Just call us at 334-285-8117.
And when you call them up at 285-8117, be sure to say, hey, I heard a tired Ray Bowles on the radio with Joey, Eddie, and Byron.
And then come by tomorrow and check out the new desk.
There you go.
Really cool.
Absolutely.
That sounds great.
All right, we'll see y'all.
See you, Ray.
Ray. So did we learn anything today? No? We didn't learn anything?
Yeah, I mean, that no-cap guy, pretty interesting. I went and found him.
Yeah. Yeah,
he's pretty funny.
Here's what we're talking about if folks don't know. He is he's just a classic performance artist, essentially. He trolls both the left and the right. And he pretends to put on voices and just personas in order to go to major events. So he went to the No Kings rally, and he got this gem on camera. And, of course, with Trump saying maybe we will just leave and the Strait of Hormuz will be opened up by the Europeans or the Chinese. You know, what if we don't care about the Straits of Hormuz?
You don't need it.
But everybody's talking about the Straits of Hormuz. Well, this gentleman asked the cutting-edge question.
Isn't it a little bit homophobic that we're so focused on the Straits of Hormuz and not the gays of Hormuz?
Yes, I agree. Yes, for sure.
Why do you think they're willing to leave the gays of Hormuz behind?
I think it's just historically, gays have always been very discriminated against, which is wrong on so many levels.
Even in war.
Yeah, even in war. And it just takes more reform in government, obviously, and then also educating society.
I just feel like if we're going to go in there, we can't leave the gay people behind.
Right,
I don't think we should go in there at all, but if we're going to, the gays of Hormuz, we could turn it into Fire Island.
For sure.
The German accent just makes it perfection. Anyway, we're going to get out of here. Happy Hour's next. Y'all stay tuned.
Broadcasting from the Riverside Chevrolet Master Control Center, this is WACV Cusana, News Talk 93.1 FM.